Summer in play on the T side. You're going to be potentially able to be chipped down by the USPs a lot more. Kind of curious how this plays out.
Let's Psyduck, the mascot of, okay, Imma. I like that. He had a fantastic tournament over in Stockholm as well. I think he proved his haters wrong. He had some incredible performances. For me, he was in the conversation for MVP as well. I thought he looked fantastic the entire tournament. Makazi, though, certainly stole the show. Okay, and let's go try again. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Bates taking on NAVI. We'll kick things off on Mirage. We got a CT star for NAVI, and the plucky underdogs will try their luck with a plethora of utility as they make their way towards B this time.
It makes a lot of sense. If they can just get a couple of good flashes over, maybe a good Molotov somewhere in the back. They know that Alexi's going to be playing here. He loves playing by this van. If you look at the amount of time that he spends here in any given round, it is enormously big. Going to be falling back a little bit now. Backup is not that close by. So Alexi, do you stay and fight to the death, or do you slink back in towards the market and try and stay alive for the retake? Oh, he's almost made it around the corner, but not quite. Essentiel will take him down instead. The bomb is going to be planted here, and a very tough retake now for NAVI.
Bomb's not down yet. It's looking a little bit problematic, but there we go. A convincing end to the round, as we do have actually a 2 versus 1. Bit's still in this, but a little bit closer than it had to be. Where was that bomb plant?
I don't know, I assumed that it was going to be planted as I was saying the word. I'm gonna lie, I thought that's fine, because you could see in the minimap, he was right on top of the plant spot. They just waited it out for a long time, and it worked out anyway.
Well, there we have it. Smoke execution from the T side. Gave them great space on the map. Essential with the double kill through smoke. Adding to get himself 3 kills in total. A pretty clean finish, no bomb plant required. They can't believe it.
Great.
Smiles all round.
Yeah, they're laughing already. Yeah, it's a very, very nice execute onto the site. Alexi, you could see it. There's a moment there where he's not sure if he wants to stay or if he wants to go and just go for a full 5-on-5 retake. I mean, that's a hard choice to make anyway, so I don't really blame him for being a bit confused about that.
Well, we have got the force buy in response here. NAVI can be very problematic to deal with in these sort of rounds. Makazi's Deagle especially is very potent, but he takes a heavy grenade at the start, down to 60 points of health. Patrolling towards that window room on the CT side here. Smoked off for now. Going to take some speculative spam through the smoke. Not connecting just yet. Piercing some holes, seeing we get some information here. Another grenade lands at his front door. More damage inflicted. His round pretty much nullified. Down to 12 points of health. Great map control so far from Bates. Sneaking in one of these MAC-10s. It's a high-risk maneuver, but only risking the SMG.
Such a shame that Makazi is so low already, because he's trying to help out that B bomb site, which does need a lot of help. He's still going to get the headshot, though. Alexi's taken down, and MAC-10 in the corner. There's just so many targets, but they still have to make their way past Makazi. It shouldn't be a problem, and eventually they get the job done there, but if he landed that headshot, I don't know what would have happened. Feels like that MAC-10 could have got more kills.
Well, there we go. Looks to be a comfortable finish here for Bates. 2 players remain. It's Bit and Wonderful. MAC-10 recovered short. You don't necessarily want to take that forward. You actually ideally want to go for a kill and get the extra $600 on the exits here. And Wonderful, Deagle Kevlar might as well do the same thing. Give himself something to work with going forward here, but they will not be trying to do much more than look for the exit kills. But this is the start there. Bait needed. Should be 3-0 after this one. Bit just hoping for 1 kill. I think he gets this. $600 in the bag. If you take everyone down, Anders, there is an argument to be made. You could force buy again, especially with Bit farming this sort of cash. If he gets this kill, they're almost certainly going to force buy. Doesn't happen. Now it's a bit of a question mark. The thing is, Bit will have $4,100 to the next round. If they wanted to buy, Anders, you could have one of your star players, rifle Kevlar, into the follow-up, knowing that you've done considerable damage in this particular round.
I mean, it is tempting, right?
The thing is, when you're the favorites, though, you don't need to take those sort of risks, but we'll see what they've got up their sleeve. There's the M4 and armor.
Okay.
We've gone for a FAMAS instead. Okay, yeah, this doesn't want to go crazy. And he's actually downgraded all the way to an MP9. That's fine. He wants to keep the money strong, you know?
That's kind of funny, though, because it's almost like a live preview into the conversation that's happening in the team. It's like, no.
Calm down. We need some money going forward, as they do lose Makazi early on.
I just also imagine that Blade is the kind of coach that isn't going to frown upon the idea of forcing an early M4. I feel like he's going to be, you know, playing to the strength and playing for the statistics on that one. But Maybe the solo MP9 could do a bit of work here. So far, Bit hasn't really managed to find the timing. Smoke is very annoying, and they're going to put up more grenades towards that jungle position to make his life very, very tricky here. They're well aware that someone could be in here. I think maybe get one kill. I don't think he get a lot more than that at the moment. Actually, better than I thought. They've already made their way around the corner. Goes back. Oh, it's another great headshot.
Okay, he's paid off his debts for the MP9 there.
Nice.
Gets himself $1,200. I don't think the round goes much further than this. They don't have Kevlar on these 3 CTs. Once again, looking for those exits. But Sizzy confirms the round with that kill. Wonderful would love to get one and steal a rifle away if possible, but sitting in the smoke right now, 2 players either side. Not long for this world, I'm afraid. Alexi B. Can he find one? I doubt it. Kenzie will actually shut it down, and they've got themselves in a prime position here in the opening stages of Mirage. 3-0 up, money's looking strong, but here comes the first gun round here, and there should be plenty of cash, especially with Bits finding those couple of kills on the MP9.
Yeah, it's very good work. At the end of the day, the downgrade from the M4 to the Master to the MP9.
Yeah, right.
It was worth it. Like, it actually made a lot of sense at the end. So pretty good work. They managed to do some damage to the economy on the T side as well. You'll definitely take it.
Now the chips are down. Bates got the momentum on their side of the server. Here's the AWP for Wonderful, though. As mentioned, fantastic in the grand final, but he definitely had some matches where he didn't turn up throughout their campaign in Stockholm.
It's one of the big things separating the good AWPers from the truly great is that
Absolutely.
consistency.
Yeah, I agree with that. He's had a lot of criticism recently, but that performance in the grand final speaks for itself.
Yeah, but just to echo what the desk was saying as well, right? Like, who would you replace him with? Is the issue. Like, there's not a big list of candidates where you say, oh yeah, we'll totally get rid of Wonderful, and then we'll just get, well, who? You know, who's the next name on that list?
Sizzy would have been ideal.
Sizzy might have been one of them. If not for the visa issue, I'd even argue someone like Dexter, but, you know,
well, maybe
personal bias for me. Oh, through the smoke as well. Kensasor goes down. That is a way to announce your participation in the match here. Alex is going to get a kill in return to on Makaze, and now Alexi back here needs some backup. It's not going to be there in time. Imma, he'll get away a kill before anything else happens and actually swings into the Molotov for the triple. That is so greedy from Imma.
He had to go for it, though. Alexi B going down with nothing there was a very scary prospect for Navi. Imma, through the fire and flames, runs the gauntlet and manages to get that triple kill and shuts it down, denies the plant. And that's the Navi we know and love there. It was looking very good there. Makaze goes down in the opening stages of the round once again. He's 1-4. Popping that smoke open. Look at that teamwork, Anders. Really nice stuff. Speaking of nice, this was superb. Imma saves the day. Goes down with the flame short, but the round was won. So we got a full investment here, quite a weak one. We've got an SMG, a Desert Eagle, and a Galil in the hands of Alex. Opening kill looks promising if Wonderful. Okay. Not what he was looking for exactly.
The timing is just unfortunate, isn't it? But they've been testing out their B-bombs at a lot bait in the early rounds here, which is a bit unusual. I think they're sort of making a point to beat up on Alexi as much as they can and maybe force Navi to make some different decisions on the defense. Both teams favor the A-bomb side by some margin on this map, so then again, if you can force Alexi to feel uncomfortable, then maybe you can change that defense quite a bit. So far, no kills in the middle, but they're all here. There's nobody in the B hallways, no one in the A palace at all. The entire bait team is just sitting around the middle of the map. That's a bit risky, potentially.
Opening kill for Bait once again. Makaze, he's forcing the issue, forcing these fights. He's trying to assert his dominance, trying to find that form he had in Stockholm. So far, no good. They hit hard, this Bait team, especially on Mirage. Specialty map for them. Got themselves the opening kill. Damage taken, but here comes Imma and Alexi B looking to pincer towards the connector.
Might be able to get it, and he will. Good trade, though, with Senthiel. Quick on the trigger, Alexi being there, and now it's just Bit in the sandwich position. Takes down the Senthiel. 2 versus 2 as that kill only for a second. Alexi's pulled out the USP. I don't know how.
They know exactly where Kenzizor is, but can he do anything with this? Doesn't opt to pick up the upgraded weapon.
Seconds.
Stays on the Mac 10, you're right. 10 seconds. Nothing he can really do with this one. Bomb down. We'll find the AWP. And it means at least to have something going forward. It's going to be an eco, but it's one of those weird ones. You've got an AWP saved with Kevlar, but only $2,000 per player otherwise. So do you go all in? It's early stages. You could take that risk, but it will mean if you lose the round, your money is going to be in tatters, Anders.
Yeah, I feel like they've They've kind of taken the fight to Na'Vi. They've been very respectful, respectable performance so far for Bates. They've been good at hitting the shots. I feel like they should have the confidence here. Look at how they're defeating Makazi in this moment. If I'm Bates, yeah, I'd be tempted to keep the pressure on.
I would say Makazi, cool your jets. He's getting too aggressive at the start of these rounds, trying to find his opener, but he's died every single round so far and had little impact. But it is going to be the eco around this saved AWP. Sizzy, though, I was about to say, one of the most promising prospects in the sniper category we've seen in some time. He's shut down early. It's going to be a nice double kill for Imma. And that should be all she wrote, but there is a chance of a plant. That would do nicely. Bomb does go down, though. They get some B-side control, but what can he really do with it? Nothing is the answer. There's the bomb top mid.
Yeah, if it had been a bit closer, I feel like there was a... You're not wrong. Like they could have definitely made their way there, but they just... I don't think they maybe expected to get beat that quickly. I think they thought there was going to be more of a battle going on there. Still, going to be another round for Na'Vi. We'll tie up the score, make it a 3-3. Alex would love to save the AWP for another minute, though. I feel like eventually... They know that it's on the map. They're going to be able to find him here. Sneaking on in. Flick doesn't quite connect, and nobody dies on the Na'Vi side either.
First time Makazi has survived. They're leveling up. Finding their footing here on their opponent's pick. We'll take the first tactical timeout now. Alexi B stabilizing the squad. And it's now down to Bates. They took the full eco in the previous round with that AWP. Didn't find much. Blade will be aware of what they're up to, though. He knows they're going to change the pace. They love a set piece. I've commentated this team on Mirage plenty of times. They love just going in towards a set piecing, setting up their stars to try and hit shots. You're going to see a lot of that from Bates. We'll see if it's one of those rounds. Here's the boost. Didn't work out for him. The flashbang came in. You can see how blind they were. It's a great shot.
Well, I was about to ask you because... It's been, 6 rounds now, but we haven't seen those default A executes with the smokes towards, jungle and all of that stuff.
They're coming.
Don't
worry about that.
You guarantee.
Of course, you can live trade the game on polymarket.com, official prediction market of BLAST Premier. See Na'Vi looking quite comfortable in that regard right now.
Yes, they are. Round number 7 here. Deep nades to that top mid position will singe Alex just a bit. Bomb is dropped back in T-spawn, so they're not committed to anything yet. It's a bit of a default opening here. MPL already taken down from Bits. Not a great start for them. Mac 10 as well. Galil in play, so you can tell that the economy is not exactly as strong as they'd like right now on the bait side of things. Alex, though, it's an important kill. Imma wants to stand his ground. He's been very aggressive in these fights.
They're dropping like flies, though, Anders. We got a 4-on-2. Make it 1. And they know exactly where Kenzie's door is, as he's only got that Mac 10 jumping around. And yeah, this is looking a little bit scary now as Bates get nothing done in round number 7. No grenades, no firepower. Just hoping that a CT oversteps the mark here, but you know he's got the Mac 10. You don't need to go hunting for it. Let him keep it.
I guess that's one of the dangers of running a default as opposed to the set pieces, is sometimes when you just get picked off like this one by one across the map, it feels like such an empty round.
Well, you can see on the minimap right now, we have 1 dead towards Palace, 1 dead towards A ramp, 1 towards middle. And it's just like, yeah, everyone had a poke around the map, but completely taken down.
None of it worked.
Alexi's going to go John here. There it is. So $600 in the bag. Maybe another one. Okay, getting expensive now, a bit sloppy from Na'Vi. Don't really need to challenge us at all.
Ooh.
He hasn't got the bomb bearer, mind. He can't win the round.
Yeah,
and now he has got the AK.
I guess he'll take it. He's got a little bit of money from the Mac 10 there. Yeah, that I agree. That's a bit sloppy, perhaps. But the way in which they're fighting those rounds early on, you could see it from Bates' point of view. They didn't stay alive for long. So very, very quick shots coming out. That even invites even further the idea that maybe you do just go for a set piece. You say, well, we avoid that if we just set down the grenades and kind of execute onto a site, probably the A-bomb site.
It's because this team hits incredibly hard. Bates have a lot of talent. They're a young team. They're willing to take fights across the board, but you can see them being outclassed right now. Alexi B coming to life as well. It's a nice shot from him from the bench. Bits, you expect that from him. AK-47 in his hand. He's always going to be deadly. Always going to be a problem, and it's going to be the partial buy now for Bates. Upgrading some pistols, and here we go, Anders. The set piece. You begged for it. You pleaded, and we've got it. So it's going to be the wall of smokes. Flashbang's over. Try and get the bomb down, and we'll see whether it works out for them.
I like this because all you really need is the one opening kill, and at least you're competitive in the round. Oh, it's going to be wonderful. That's great timing. Sizzy unfortunately hits the deck, and Bit is very active. Look at the mechanics here. Quick kills coming through. They never stood a chance.
That's very nice. Does not bode well for the future of Bait. They get sent packing courtesy of the AK-47.
That's the kind of Bit that some of us will remember from the beginning of his career.
Sure.
That trio of Simple, Bit, and Electronic when they were at their best, it was undefeatable is what it looked like.
Yeah, it's scary once he gets into this zone as well. You can see all the kills he's getting. The flashbang assists are coming through. We've seen him popping open smokes. The teamwork has been excellent for Na'Vi as of late. Blade will be very happy with that round. No problem at all. 5-3. Makazi aggressive once again, though. Goes down early, but Imma there to pick up the pieces was wonderful. They maintain their man advantage, and they'll allow them to have middle now. It's down to Kenzizor to try and thread the needle. He's actually in front of the incendiary. I don't think Alexi will be aware of this, but Bit certainly is. He seems to be everywhere right now.
It's a great read in some sense for Kenzizor because he knows that Alexi's playing this position so much alone, so that as soon as he doesn't find him by the van, he's so sure that the rest of the bomb site's going to be open, but turned out to be a bit of an assumption at the end of it. Sizzy, alone versus 4, no chance to check the entire bomb site. Imma's going to be taking him down. This is, you know, Na'Vi, I don't want to say struggling to get into the map, but a little bit of a slow start for them, but now that they're here, they look so warmed up.
I'm loving this, Anders. It was a little bit ropey to kick things off. I think Makazi was a bit too excited. He was swinging by himself and trying to take the challenge, asserting his dominance. I get it. He just got an MVP medal over in Stockholm, but yeah, once he started reeling it in, he's not going down every single round. Wonderful is still looking fantastic. And Imma as well. He seems to be powering up this year as the events go by, fighting for his position in the team, I would say. He's had a downward turn in 2025, but he's fighting back and looking excellent right now.
Well, you can already see what's coming, setting up all the classic positions, but once again, they don't quite have the firepower to really make this as impressive as it should be. It could still be a bomb plant, could be a quick kill, maybe going onto the site, but I wish they had some rifles here.
Here we go.
Start almost for free. Bit goes down, and now they're going to be following it up. Senthiel with a good kill. Wonderful. Can he hold it on his own here? Pulls out the Eagle instead, but they are overwhelming him.
It's that set piece, Anders. Keep it simple. Stay together. Hunt as a pack. Isolate the jewels, and you will be rewarded. 6-4. I think let's do that every round, lads. Just keep running that. It looks so good. Really enjoyed that. Perfectly played, perfect execution, and you're going to see that opening kill. Bits kicking himself, trying to get some intel as to what they were up against. Got a lot more than he bargained for, though. Desert Eagle to the face. Last couple of rounds here. Blade wants to slow them down. Stop the momentum before it gets out of control. Still very much in this game are Bait. A couple more rounds, they can still tie things up at 6-6 on the T side, which is more than enough.
Yeah, you'll take that. They're going to be happy if they can get that far. They started out, I mean, they had some success when Na'Vi had fewer rifles. They were fine on the B bomb site. But once Na'Vi have picked up the rifles, that mid-fight's been going only Na'Vi's way.
Right.
So maybe you're right. Maybe that A bomb site is the better choice. At least it's, you know, again, if you just convert some of the kills there, you're at least getting a bomb plant.
Well, now you've sown the seeds of doubt in towards the minds of Na'Vi. You can start faking that execution. You can start playing with them a little bit more.
True.
See whether they're going to go back to the default stance. Seems to be the case. Send 3 players towards the top of middle. Smoke down towards that window area. CTs are looking to get towards the underpass. It's Imma that's locked in. Gonna get some backup from Makazi towards shore. They're willing to take these duels. Gonna be MPL to open things up.
They've got nobody at the B bomb side whatsoever. They had 3 people in the middle to take that fight. So the fact that it's a 2-for-1 in favor of Bait is kind of disappointing for Na'Vi. I was expecting more. I was expecting there would be more of a trick to maybe blow open the smoke in the window and really take that fight. I feel like if you're going to give up on the B defense to try and have that much mid-control, you must win the fight.
Here we go then back towards A. Looks to be Palace Pounce. He'll be down to Bit. He will have to play like a king, Anders, if he's going to defend this one off.
He's been playing very well. I mean, 15-4 right now. It looks like he might be capable of holding the site on his own.
We'll see. You can see he doesn't have much information at all. Scared of the prospect of connector. Smokes off towards the A ramp. I say that. presence of mind, switches towards that Palace. He only expected one player there. That should be enough to win it now. You can see we have got wonderful Alexi B, pretty far removed from the scenario. Great round once again from Bates.
Such a good round as well for Bait, even though, like you said, Bit had the presence of mind to actually take a look, but they threw no grenades. They just walk out with no warning, so I don't even know how he sort of got the timing down right, but even then, he said he couldn't expect for more people to get there. Alexian Wonderful still investigating the situation, which...
I mean, this last round coming up next, you've got more than enough to buy, so you might as well give it a look in, put the rod in the water.
Yeah, they can buy the AWP no matter what. They don't have an AK to save. Oh, maybe they do. All right.
Now, yeah, saving the AK. For those not aware, you cannot buy that on the CT side. That is worth saving.
Yeah, would have been very, very tricky to try and retake that anyway. Great work for Bates. Just as we were talking, like, where are those A executes? They start coming out.
Yeah.
Even though this one, you know, a little bit delayed after some shenanigans in the middle, still works out really well for them.
It's all down to this initial aggression. The CTs, once again, every time they make that aggressive maneuver, it doesn't really seem to work out for them. NPL cracking things open towards mid, giving them the man advantage, helping themselves to a contact play through the Palace. And we've reached the final round of this first half. It's been a quick half, Anders. We have no slow defaults here. It's Rock'em, Sock'em, Counter-Strike over and over. That's what you expect from this young team of Bates. We haven't said Sizzy's name a whole lot. He's 6 and 8 right now. Let's see where we can get going here. Final round.
Such a good kill for Wonderful.
Oh, there he is. He's a team kill.
Team kill. That's not what you're asking at all. Wonderful's going to punish him as well. Quick with the retribution. NPL, he wanted to follow that up, but Wonderful's going to pull out the pistol instead. The sidearm to take down NPL. Essential, I don't think... Like, the bomb's in the middle. He's alone versus 4. This round is NAVI written all over it. 6 and about to be 7 here. Essential getting peaked already. Wonderful. He's going to go down this time, but Bit will follow it up. It's a fantastic first half for NAVI.
Process, Apex gets the better of his teammate. Now he's got the utility to keep Donk out of this.
He knows he's gonna swing.
Okay!
He knows.
Apex, baby!
It's a fact! Charge your mouse, charge your mouse!
Look, it's plugged in.
Yeah, it's plugged in. There we go.
Char, even though you whiff, we love you. Merci, madame.
La 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 la! Vitality!
I'm gonna make sure that I always put 100% effort into it.
Don't know if that's coming through.
Then you know you lose this timing that you get with the element of surprise. It's like worth it to almost lose a player
He
there.
wants you, baby! He wants you! You wish you would be here! Give me! Even in the fucking train on pop, you shot me!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to BLAST Open Rotterdam 2026. You join us for the opening games here of Group A. It's NAVI taking on Bit, I should say. Bit's on your screen right now. Got Bit on the brain. And yeah, actually pretty commendable half there from Bait. The fact they get 5 rounds against the Stockholm champions, I think they're still well within good reach of taking this series.
Turned out to be very important that they ended up winning that pistol round. Otherwise, it could have been a very miserable first half. But I think you're right, though. Like, they're still within, striking distance.
Yeah.
If they can win another pistol, it becomes a very interesting conversation. But, man, NAVI was shooting very, very hard. Once they got online, it was scary.
Yeah, Bit went 17-5 there.
My God.
And speaking of A executes, we might have one in the pistol here, Anders. One smoke, a flash, and a Molotov, all in the back of Alexi B here. It's normally wonderful with the P250, and he's got that in his hands right now. Here comes the execute. We have got Imma with the backstep towards connector from the underpass. In we go. No messing around, Anders.
Yeah, straight for it. Molotov's not going to touch anyone, but it means they don't have to check that position. They can now just focus on the shadow instead. Makaze, great opening. Alex, he's about to be in a lot of trouble here. Even the dualies can't save him. The double is great, and in the middle, they'll find Imma, and now it's just Alexi alone. I thought they were at least going to make it onto the site once they got that kill conversion.
If Bait can close this one out, which they should do, Alexi has no grounds to win it. No Kevlar, half health, just a Glock. The bomb in his back, sure, but there it is. Essential will close things out. That's both pistols now landing in favor of Bait. 7-6. And with no plant coming through, I think we might have a full eco coming in the next round.
This is where it gets real interesting. We said in the first half, we haven't really seen Sizzy that much. Maybe a bit of runaway here, given the AWP a little bit early.
On the CT side, yeah, for sure. But there was no chance of them losing this round. The 3 versus 1. Easy does it. Nice shot to close things out. And as mentioned, it's unlikely we see the force buy here. That seems to be the case. We get into it with Glocks and a couple of Deagles in the mix. MP9s across the board, though, Anders. So sure, that's going to work perfectly for this round, but it means that first gun round, you got 4 SMGs. When the bomb doesn't go down, you kind of do want to focus on the M4s and getting at least Famises out there, because the firepower is going to be a real issue against the AKs going forward. Not a problem right now, but it could come back to haunt them in the follow-up.
Yeah, it's an interesting point, right? Because when you see this kind of a buy, it makes you think, well, maybe they were expecting that there was going to be some armor on the C side. Either that, or they have a plan to go a lot more aggressive with the MP9s in the next round. That could be another way to play it.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's wrong. It's just an approach we're used to seeing. You normally want to have a couple of rifles out there at the very least, knowing that the AK is coming out in the third. But we've talked about it a million times. These sort of rounds from NAVI, just bleed out the utility, look for a couple of kills. If you get the bomb down, job's a good one. You're not going to be winning this one, but let's see what they can make of it.
Yeah, they got a couple of tickets for it, a couple of Deagles there, so you can do some damage. Bait should be very respectful here in the middle, and they kind of are as well. Sizzy just taking a peek in, but not really fighting that hard for it. Towards connector is a different question, though. MPL right next to the smoke, and they're going to be creeping on through. Good, not good spray at all. Thought it was going to be Makaze.
Hang on.
Taken down instead, and now Imma will the kill on the Sizzy. Suddenly, Alex here, shadow position, but they can spray him down. He's not very safe in this corner. 3 health. He's done immaculate work, though. I can't believe that he actually stayed alive for that many. 3 kills in total. Makaze here. The bomb, unfortunately, not on his back, so he can't even put the pressure on them.
Yeah, good effort. Shouldn't have been that close. I guess the good news is you've lost 3 SMGs, so the rifles will now be in the CT hands, but yeah, shouldn't have been that close. Shouldn't be that uncomfortable up against a couple of Deagles and Glocks, but well played to NAVI to make it so uncomfortable. That's the moment. MPL, they don't even check him. A couple of freebies available to him. Unarmored players, he doesn't get one, but thankfully Alex is there to pick up the pieces. He farms a ton of cash. He can drop a rifle going forward as well, so they'll be fine. It just shouldn't have been that close.
Yeah, that got way too scary. We'll see what NAVI could do if they can manufacture something coming in at round number 15 here. AKs across the board. No AWP lit yet on Sizzy either.
Yeah, we're all tied up, 7-7. Let's see what NAVI can make of it. Very traditional default right now. Imma patrolling B, Bit towards the Palace, 3 towards middle. They've smoked off towards the window room, and they're making their way back towards A. So, going to be going for one of a set piece themselves, either a similar sort of Palace pop we talked about before, or the full-on execution from the ramp.
Yeah, with Imma lurking around that top mid position, it's kind of a classic for NAVI as well. He does love to do that. So Yeah, you're right. This is looking very much like a standard A execute. He's actually going to be falling back through T-spawn anyway, so join the rest of the team.
Double pump this. They're not in position to strike right now. They're just trying to bait out that reaction for the CTs, which they've got. They still have 2 smokes available to them and Molotovs. That's all they wanted to do.
I don't mind the double pump. I'd be so scared if I was Navi to be this, stuck on the map and have no knowledge of what's happening anywhere else. But it's fine. No one's pushing for bait, so it's not like it's going to backfire. That smoke, though, is a bit annoying.
It's perfectly timed. You're going to have to run through it.
Yeah, you kind of have to. Otherwise, they're going to run out of time. 30 seconds. Backup starting to get there as well. They've already got 3 people at the site as well. Sizzy with a good spray down. Alex,
wow, only
good for the 1. The trades are kind of favoring Navi at the moment, but up until NPL gets the kill there. We'll see if they get the bomb planted as well. Makaze pushing towards CT spawn. All he has to do is get the kill and stay alive. They did not plant the bomb, no. And now they're down to 10 seconds. Oh, it's an easy push in. No bomb plant allowed for. That seemed like it was a mistake.
I don't know why they didn't commit to the plan there. I couldn't see the position he was going for, where he was being touched with the flames. I didn't hear any ticks. But there it is, the double pump not working out there for Na'Vi. It was because of that final smoke there. They were hoping they drained the util on the A side, but as soon as that smoke comes down to the sub 40-second mark, like I said, they have to run through it. It discombobulates the initial encounter. Wonderful goes down with nothing. It's unfortunate. MPO did very well to spray through the smoke and get that advantage. Maybe, okay, you can see it take a lot of damage on the spam there as well, but yeah. Huge round for Bates to win, and they take the lead 8-7 here. It's going to be a partial buy from Na'Vi. Once again, focusing on that A bomb site. Smokes go down. I think they just push through this one. Flash over, deep breath, and in we go.
Grenade, I think it goes a little bit too far to the left, but the AK will certainly connect. Good headshot from Alex. Wonderful. Good for the 1, and they're going to keep on pushing towards that connector. They've taken down a couple of players. Yeah, unfortunate miss there. We'd love to be able to scream Sissy's name a little bit more than now that he's actually got the EWP, but they lose Kenzasaur as well. It's another 2v2. Last time it went the way of Bait. It could again. Wonderful, just very low. That Deagle has to ring true and not quite possible. Essential takes him down to the end.
He had no Kevlar either, so as soon as a bullet touches his body, aim punch comes into effect, and yeah, no chance to win it. No 1 deeks found. Still pretty good partial buy there from Na'Vi. No plan once again. Blade will chime in, offer his thoughts, as this one's starting to get a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit out of hand here, as Bates solidify their lead. Money will be fine going forward. That was the partial buy. Lost bonus accumulating here. Can they get back online here? This is a pick of Bait as well. They hit very hard as a squad. Their map pick. They are specialists on Mirage.
Oh, yeah.
Blade will have to sort this one out.
You could see the power of them practically standing on top of the CT smoke when it lands in that previous round. Like, they were able to fly through that smoke so quickly. So I do like the idea from the T side there. And they got kind of close towards the end. Top fragging on the Bait side is Senthiel with 14, but Alex and Kenzasaur right there with him. So pretty good team effort, to be honest. Bit still ahead of everybody in the server at 17 kills. But I feel like that was what we said last time. Been a minute since he's picked up any kills here in the second half. Just the traditional nades towards the middle. We'll see if Bit is going to be active on the ramp. Certainly thinking about it. But yeah, very much a default spread from Na'Vi. They are trying to control every part of the map at the moment. All right, smoking off connector on that side. Not bad at all. Bomb is still not picked up. I think right now Na'Vi probably a bit frustrated that there's been no peaks at all. Finally, they get one. That's, I think, what they were waiting for the whole time.
I didn't think Bit was going to win that fight at all. Looked like he was outmaneuvered there, but of course, he comes out on top. Takes a dink, but answers back with the AK-47. Smoke down towards window. MPO has got the grenade available if he wants to pop things open, but we'll have a look whether that's what he wants to do. Incendiary goes out. Man advantage, only just for Na'Vi. It's Bit down to 10 points of health. Didn't get much for that grenade.
Yeah, you could see the idea, but still has to worry about that someone could be in there. 40 seconds. Bomb is gravitating towards the A side of the map. There's only 2 people here defending.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Oh, that needs to be a kill, doesn't it?
Yep.
MPL might have let one go, and now the backup is going to be there. Alexi does go down. Bomb here. Oh, if he misses that shot, that could have been everything, but wonderful. Good work. Still 20 seconds.
A little bit sketchy there, Anders, but I think they're going to stick the landing. Some nice shots there. Makazi seals the deal there with a kill from Palace. 4 players looking to survive here, and we go to a 1-round game, 9-8. Money not in a fantastic spot as well. Bear in mind, they're going to be getting $1,400, Anders, into this follow-up round. So saving this M4 is paramount for their future success.
Imagine if they had to go back and pick up the bomb if Wonderful doesn't win that fight.
That was the key duel. It's very fortunate. I'm not going to say lucky, but very fortunate he hits that shot. The round's over if he fumbles.
Did they spot him? I feel like maybe Wonderful did.
The way he's moving right now, it looks to be the case, but everyone else is still exploring B, so I don't think so. They're still hunting.
Okay. It's a really nice idea, but like you said, very important for Essential, yeah.
Bottom of the barrel loss bonus. You might take a tactical timeout here. Yeah, and I think we've got one. Just because of the finances. This is do or die time. This could decide the outcome of this game. You force buy here, you won't have the runway to build up the economy once again to actually get back into it. It's a very important round. You need to decide what's more important to you. Force buying and taking a gamble, saving the resources and trying to build things up. I think you have to force buy here.
Oh, really?
I think you do, because even if you take the full eco, Anders, you get $1,900 into the next round, right?
That's fair, yes.
And then you still can't buy. You've got to save them for now. Gonna have to go for a novelty play, a boost somewhere. Try and find an open up and give them hell. That's the only way into this one, if you ask me. It's a very, very precarious spot to find yourself in now. This bit.
There's so many fights in this round. The bit one to begin with and the follow-up from Wonderful.
It was on a knife's edge the entire time. It's a huge round. The financial ramifications will rear their ugly head now, so indeed, they will go all in. It's the only choice they had, and they have to go for some sort of boost, some sort of play around Essential to get him an opening pick. And he's just towards Connector.
Yeah, this is so dangerous, though. Navi are way quicker than they've been in previous rounds. They've been so slow on the default Navi, and this time they are all the way in Connector within seconds of the round starting, and they're going to keep the pressure on right now. They might as well push towards that shadow position. Alexi's going to take one in the kill in the middle, another one, in fact, and Alex, he had no chance here. A massive pace change coming out from Navi and just catching bait completely off guard.
Very well handled from Navi here. They take care of the 2 rifles. Speaking of which, MPL will at least pick one up towards middle, but he's got Alexi B to deal with. He's actually aware of the prospect of him being behind these mid boxes. Doesn't seem to matter. Nice swing from Alexi. Calm spray to close things out. We talked about the finances. They now get $1,900 into the next round. So that has to be full eco, Anders. You can buy into the next one, but you can't invest a single dollar into this following round.
I think you're right, though. Some sort of a boost or a trick. There are so many available on Mirage as well that you could try to do, because you don't need 3 kills in the middle. You just need 1, just one with that rifle. And they didn't look like they tried to really do that. I mean, they were in the middle fighting, but would have loved to have seen more of a trick as well. Game is tied 9-9. Not good news for Bait. Money's not on their side.
It's really not. A couple of upgraded pistols. That's about it. Wonderful. He can smell them on the other side of this connector. Looking for some opening kills here. Him up, one of the masters of the connector itself. Showing you what he's made of. Double kill for him. The USP does answer back for 1. That's Alexi B taken care of. Sizzy and Essential. Is there anything left to be said about this round? Apparently not. Navi will go back in the lead after this one, 10-9. Very well handled.
Yeah. Probably worth it to stick around and try and take that deal fight no matter what. It's the only advantage you really have, so I get it, but not a round that works out for Bait. And Navi continue to power up. This is a map picked by Bait as well. Navi definitely love to walk away with an early victory on their opponent's map pick. Ancient to follow it up, and we know Navi are going to be good on that one.
Let's get into it then. AWP is available for Sizzy. You can see the concessions made across the board in terms of grenades.
Yeah.
Be a difficult round to pick up here. The AWP will have to do the heavy lifting. The boy Wonder currently 9-15. A lot of hype around him right now. Unable to deliver the goods so far in Mirage.
And even they tried to set him up there, blowing open the smoke at the top of that mid position, but he didn't quite get the connection. And Navi back to playing that more slow default. Seems like it should be easy to play against this kind of a thing, but it can be very annoying on the CT side, having to wait for this long.
Like this from Wonderful. Posted himself up in a very powerful position with the AWP while his teammates make their way towards the underpass. Bit towards the A ramp, as you might expect. CT's on high alert. desperate for information right now. They've got nothing to work with. Here comes Imma. Seeing if any mistakes are made. We need to see some output here from Sizzy.
Such a lot of silence here for Bait. They've just been in the dark. They really don't know what's going on right now. They're still in a good position on that A-bomb side, but all it takes is one kill to dislodge this defense. It's one mistake here. Down to sub 40 seconds. Is he in a good position, but it's wonderful to begin with. Instead, he'll find Alex, and now they're flooding onto the bomb site. Kenzor and Ascenthiol, good defense so far. Sub 30 seconds. The bomb is up at the palace. They need to make another move here. They need to get onto the site right now. The defense, though, it's being whittled away. Sizzy goes down. Deep grenade on top, and NPL the only one left for 17 seconds, and what a headshot from Makaze.
That's more like it. Slow start from the young gun, but that's a beautiful sequence of events there. Fully blind as well, on the retreat towards Connector, and finds that knockout blow. We'll take a tactical timeout. I'm not sure this is called by Navi or Bait. It looks to be by Bait, but Blade loves that. The fact he gets a chance now to calm everyone down, focus on the objective.
Yes.
You know you're up against quite a little here. The finances once again in ruins. The loss bonus accumulating, but not enough for an AWP. Not enough for helmets, not enough for defuse kits. It's a very difficult round coming in next. Navi feeling very comfortable after that round victory. And it feels great that your star players like Bit and Makaze are finding their footing here as well. Sizzy's still struggling, and it has to be said, he's not really having the impact we're expecting. Wonderful, however, is finding some excellent shots here, taken down by the grenade in the end. Nice shot from Makaze to close things out. Good stuff from the Stockholm champions.
Yeah, I mean, it's been on everybody's lips. The champagne hangover, I think is what people call it, right?
Yeah.
So, doesn't seem like it's hitting them that hard at the moment. The money, however, is really hitting Bait.
These are the sort of rounds, though. You need miracles. These partial buys, grouping up together, one flashbang is all you need, Anders, and you can cause havoc out there.
I feel like Bait, look at this push into Palace. Why is it only now that they're doing it? I feel like there are so many other rounds. Same at the B-bomb side. They've been very, very passive. Oh, that's a shot.
Okay.
Could we have another one, please, with the Deagle? That might change the round. That might change the entire map here, but shot in the back eventually. It's a long spray there, but Imma gets the job done, and Sissy, he couldn't land another Deagle headshot there. 2v2.
Kenzor to save the day here. His teammate encroaching on that position from the connector. Smoke's dissipating as well. There is a gap in the smoke. Imma's going to try and use it. Still got a minute to work with here. They don't necessarily have to finish things up here, but they need to recover the bomb first. Just making sure they go through all the motions to clear out these close-range areas. Shadow confirmed clear. Bomb to be recovered. Footstep made. And in we go.
Okay, they're still sticking around, even though it's very telegraphed at this point in time. Making a jump on over. Trying to clip towards the connector. 30 seconds. And they do fall back a little bit further now. Clock is running low, and now creeping is MPL with the Deagle, looking on top of the box. He'll find one in the open. Oh, he misses the chance! It was right there for the taking, but the bullet, it whisked right past Imma's head. And now instead, they come back for revenge. That is devastating.
I was going to say that was quite dicey there for Navi, operating with almost zero information. Took all the time he could to land that Desert Eagle headshot. It's unfortunate it doesn't connect. They took a partial buy, needed a miracle here. They came tantalizingly close, but even after that beautiful shot from Sizzy, it wasn't quite enough here. Imma can't believe his luck that he's still standing after taking those Deagle bullets right here. He's dancing around them, jiggle peeking, and yeah, that was the opportunity to win that round, and that might cost him the map. You hate to see it.
So frustrating.
Took so much time with the shot as well. He wanted to guarantee the kill.
Yeah. I mean, again, it can be very hard aiming at people who don't know you're aiming for them because they do just move so erratically, but man, that is brutal.
So Blade calls a timeout this time. He doesn't want this to go to distance. He wants to be part of this decision, call the strategy, the knockout blow, the haymaker, whatever you want to call it. He doesn't want this to go to overtime. You're not going to get a better opportunity than this. Close it out right here, right now. There's only one kid in play. They're lacking some key pieces of utility. And they're going to be going for an A finish, Anders. Off the bat.
It's worked for them so far. Why would they not? The pressure is on. Sizzy is being hunted. Even though he gets the shot, I mean, that's impressive, but it might not be enough, unfortunately. Plenty of time, obviously. We're just getting started in the round.
shot.
Good spray for Ima. Always the solo lurker, and you said the connector expert. He gets the headshot on MPL. Essential. There's not much to be done here. The bomb is going to be planted, and he's alone against 3 now after having gotten that first kill. They know everything. They don't have to fight him at all, but they will. Wonderful takes him down, and Navi taking care of business.
Excellent work from Navi. A bit of a question mark as to what level they'd bring to this tournament, but it's a resounding answer as they post a victory on their opponent's map pick of Mirage and go 13-9.
Well, that one looked interesting for a while. Bait made a real game of it, made a real show of it, but ultimately comfortable for Navi as they take...
Very good at just being proficient alone.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we are good to go. This is Group A, second map between Navi and Bait. Favorites for sure are the Stockholm champions. We'll see if they can convert this one. As I mentioned, look out for the T-side mid-play from Ima and Makaze. There's not many teams in the world that can shut them down, and we'll see whether Bait can win this pistol. They don't have much utility on the CT side, but they do have a kit. And in terms of U2 over the T side, 2 smokes, 1 Molotov. I'm assuming a P250 for Wonderful, and indeed, that's exactly what we get.
That is a big lean over on this B side,
gosh.
and already tagged right at the edge
But
of the
it's
skull.
a bit of a bait and switch. We have got the Julies set up here in a prime position.
Yeah, you're right. Swapping in
Okay,
somebody else.
we
It's
did.
been revealed. They know. They have a big read right now, Navi, surely. Still some utility, right? 2 smokes, 1 Molotov. I think Navi are a bit confused, or at least they're wondering. Nobody's peeked middle. Nobody's peeked in the A hallways. They might be starting to sort of get us a bit of a sense that most of the action is going to be over on this side of the map. More damage, and this time results in a kill. At least there's one in return. Finally, something working for Bait.
Yeah, round not done yet, but they are leaning towards the B bomb side. Bait, that is. All the meanwhile, Navi starting to coordinate themselves in towards that A side. It's going to be MPL, holding towards Brokey. He's got a lot to manage here. You can see he's worried about A main. The Donut needs a quick headshot, but only receives one. And unfortunately, Anders, I hate to be the pessimist. It feels like that might be the round already. But there is the kid in play. Maybe I'm wrong.
There is the kit, but no smoke, and they still have that Molotov on Alexi, so either way, they could buy a lot of time. Alexi might use it early on the cave, and he will, but I mean, still, that's 2 out of 3 players that have to wait on the other side. There's a lot of time off the clock here. They've played it pretty much perfectly. Navi, I doubt if Bait can get back in here. It would have to be such a quick retake, and they're getting shut down instead. Ima and Bit contributing. Alex here, no matter what, he's out of time. Those are great kills. It's very impressive, but all they have to do is hide, and they're going to be fine. Ima with the last kill.
The streak is broken. The perfect pistol record, Anders.
What a shame.
You really hate to see that.
Yeah.
And it is a perfectly played round there from Navi, getting all that damage done towards the cave, a couple of gushes, getting it down to a 4-4. Sure, they get a kill in return, but it means your defense is then spread across the map, very thin, and they make their way in towards A, where MPL just couldn't hold on. He needed at least 1 quick headshot there for the round to even be possible. The Molotov was just a cherry on the cake. As soon as they Molotov that position, you bought 7 seconds, and there was no chance to even retake the bomb site. They will force buy in the second.
Okay.
So not out of the woods just yet, Navi, but it's looking very good. And this is what I'm talking about. Ima and Makaze, the Smash Bros towards middle. They are so good in this position. I can't stress that enough. I won't mention it again. Just watch out for it.
And if you can have the upper hand in some of these fights in here, it opens up the entire map, doesn't it, tactically for the T side. So great resource. It's been a little bit of nade damage on the Kensasaur so far. Other than that, it's Navi with a similar kind of a default that they've been running in a lot of these rounds. They did on Mirage as well. They're very happy to wait and see if Bait are going to show themselves. And then they make up their minds afterwards. And honestly, it's been working very well for them so far, so I don't really blame them for keeping it up. They're going to be crouching through the middle, under the smoke here, trying to get in towards the donut position. I mean, this could work out. If they do it again, they're going to find an empty bomb site. Smoke up, but...
Look how much control they've got of the map, though, Anders.
Yeah.
2 players in towards Donut. If they make their way in towards A, there's no one home. CT's starting to realize that something's afoot here. Sure, you get a couple of kills, but that should be the bomb making its way in towards A very quickly. They've got full control of that side of the map. Sure, it's a 4-on-3, but massive advantage for Navi still.
They're really good kills, but they don't necessarily give them the upper hand. Not yet, anyway.
Comes down to displaying Donut. There it is. Okay.
That is sick
Now it's
timing.
dangerous.
He's found the second one. That's absolutely perfect. Alexi and Makaze How do they hold on to this round now? A little bit of a surprise. He's out in the open. He can't escape. Alexi goes down, and somehow that was easier than I expected. I don't know how. I agree with you. The first couple of kills, still, Na'Vi had a good chance to win that round.
As soon as they lost control of Donut, that's when the wheels fell off. It was unfortunate timing, but threading the needle through the smoke, that push through the MAC-10, that was absolutely everything. Nice shot of the Desert Eagle as well. You still think they got to convert the round at that point, but that play right there, pushing through the smoke, MAC-10 in hand, and you can see this had too much to manage at that point, and it's a great rebuttal there. Sure, they didn't win the pistol landers, but winning the second round force buy is technically better. But you are going to see a force buy in response here, that's for sure. Bomb goes down, so they do get a bit of firepower behind it as well. Imma will have the AK-47, 3 Deagles, and a Tech-9. Towards middle we go. We talked about this, and Imma trying to open things up. There it is. Ton of damage and an opening kill.
It's the one AK that they have, so it's a lot of production to have out of the single rifle there at the beginning of the round.
Imma wants more.
Yeah, he wants more. Might be able to get more. Essential, got to be careful sticking around here. If he dies as well, it could be the beginning of the unraveling of the round. If they jump right through, it's a nice idea, but great work for Essential. I can't believe it. Takes down Alexi and Imma. Oh, the bomb is here. Bomb plant, sure, but again, how do you hold on to the after plant?
Not sure. It's only the Deagles as well, bear in mind. Sure, there's a chance to win this one, but it's very unlikely unless they hit shots like that. Wonderful. Takes out Zizzy, and now we're down to a 2-on-2.
Do it again, why not? Oh, he lined it up as well. He took an extra nanosecond just to try and hit it, but it didn't work out. And now it's all on Bits. They've left it up to him. I do like this move, but it's being anticipated. You could see he was thinking about it as well, and he can't quite hit it. Oh, wonderful. I thought there was a chance for that second one. It's still pretty impressive work. For a force-up, you get 3 kills and a bomb plant. Is it worth it?
We'll see. They could force buy again, but that should be it. I don't think they will force going forward. You get 3 kills in total. You can see it's the spam flashes that makes this mid-take so potent. They send over 4 of them. But great work. Essential in towards that K position. Managed to get that double kill. Yeah, and you really thought they stood a chance there. That's a cracking shot there from Wonderful. But good awareness from Essential. Gets himself 3 in total in the round. And I'd be surprised if they force by here as we get into round number 4. Desert Eagle for Wonderful and for Imma. But great start for Bait once again. Sure, they lost the pistol landers, but they are going to go out 3-1.
Pretty good boost on over. All it requires is 1 CT on the other side to be a bit careless, or maybe run boosted up to try and go somewhere else, but that is not happening at the moment, Bait. One of the things I didn't like that much about their Mirage CT side was that I felt like they were a little bit too passive. There were rounds, quite a few rounds actually, that Navi could have been punished for being too grouped up on the map, and they never really were. Bait were very far back on the map at all times. I would love to see them take a couple of risks on a map like this one to push out down the B ramp, out in the A hallways. I just feel like you can't let Navi have this much of the map. But in this round, it's not really that important. They have all of the upper hand right now. Donut being controlled as well. Kansas always in there. M4 in hand, and there is not a lot of danger here. So should just be a chance for Bait to relax and get some more kills on the board.
Yeah, I think you're onto something there. MPL with the shooting gallery. Knocks over the first target, no problem. Flushes out the second with the incendiary. Teammates backing him up. Job's a good one. Lexi B and Bits with nothing to do, nothing to say. 3-1, locked in. And there we have it. Comfortable start here on their opponent's pick. Keeping it calm as well. Not over-celebrating, staying locked in. Pressure now on the side of Na'Vi.
Yeah, in spite of winning the pistol, a little bit more of a slow start. They had a slow start as well on the opening map, and they still managed to turn it around once they picked up the rifles. But T-side here, AKs now starting to be assembled. Nobody really stepping it up. Imma's got 4 kills, that's good, but we'd love to see some more people on that Na'Vi scoreboard at the moment. Just given how little Bait actually play this map, you'd think that Na'Vi are a shoo-in for this. Ooh, yikes! Towards the middle. NPL, he actually got 1 more kill in the middle there. Alexi was about to get pushed from behind, but now he's got some teammates with him. He's got Wonderful there to help him out. I think NPL might be in a little bit of trouble here. Oh, he's actually walked the other way. They've left Alexi alone. I'm so surprised they didn't help him out.
Did what he could. Alexi with a couple of kills here, but still the man advantage. Going to be pushing through the flames. Trying to shut down that plant. Kenzie's also going to push the smoke as well. Taking a lot of damage on Root. Does he want to continue with this expedition? He certainly does. 2-on-2, very winnable now for NAVI.
Sick idea for Kentasaur, but when Impact's fired, it could have been a little bit scary here. Wonderful. On his own, smoke's fading, gets the first. And now Sizzy, yeah, he has to hit the shot. He won't. Wonderful. He is so crisp right now. Great double and a great clutch.
Absolutely true. Up against Sizzy in that 1v1. Pre-firing the corner, very aware of what he's up against there as well. Zenthiel with the madman maneuver, pushing out of the cave smoke. Does manage to get one. That was impressive, but presence of mind from Alexi B on full display there. Gets himself the double. Speaking of doubles, Wonderful gets one of his own. Really clean, confident finish there from the young sniper.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, let's go indeed. That's all they needed. Blade loving that. Tactical timeout called by NAVI. Blade can feel the pressure. Doesn't want to let this one get out of hand. It's their map pick for a reason.
He's been very tight with the timeouts, Blade.
Yeah.
Like, he takes them when you mentioned it a couple of times in the first half, like even when they had an advantage, even when they were doing well in the first match.
Like, he doesn't want them to fumble the easy ones.
Yeah. Well,
when they've got the advantages, let the game come to you.
I respect that. Like, NAVI, they're not a team that can afford that. They need a string of wins. They need to prove to the world that they are here to contend for the very top all the time.
And this is the first real gun run, right? You've got the wonderful AWP, you've got Sizzy on his.
Yeah.
No, this is breaking point on either side of the server. It's the most important round so far. It will set the tone for the remainder of this series. Oh, a lot of damage for MPL there towards the cubby, and Makaze not looking as strong as usual, but Imma certainly is. He gets a double with the Galil from way downtown. Nice spray. Man advantage NAVI, but Imma is very low for his troubles. Zenthiel, vision removed, but the spam is going to be pitch perfect. I say that, it only does 10 damage. Looked like it was dead on.
Tessus would have got that.
Oh, for sure.
He was a beast earlier, if you missed it, spamming through those walls. But, yeah, if you're Makaze, I feel like the sadness from that only lasts a couple of seconds because Imma gets double kill, it's all going to be worth it at the end.
Oh, did they overlook this position? This could be a nightmare.
There's no way. Surely someone is going to be...
I don't think you checked this, Anders. I think you assume your teammates already have. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
What have they done?
Ships in the night.
Both teams completely have fooled each other.
NAVI is so lucky. He didn't look behind him. You don't see that too often.
The thing is, though, if they'd gone straight in and planted right away, there was a chance that he could have come back and shot them anyway. But because they waited so long to plant, he's so far away now.
Well, he's back at A at least now. He's got towards Donut. Smoke is going to beat it, but he goes down. That's really unfortunate for Alex. Like,
he has
had
no idea.
The perfect read on the scenario.
Yeah.
Perfect position. Just the timings eluded him.
So devastating. It's such a devastating move that the rest of the team don't even move. They don't even get close to the site. Oh,
because the thing is, when you're pushing A main, there's so many angles you need to take care of. Like, you've got the pillar in front of you, you've got left and right of the steps. There's a couple of cubbies as well. You're worried about that. If he just checks behind him, there are 3 players lined up for him. But it was locked in, looking for that backstab. And unfortunately, he'll never know how close he was to winning that round.
They're on the hunt as well. I do kind of like this from NAVI. It could be very expensive, obviously. It already has been. A couple of more kills there. Could they find anybody else? No, it doesn't seem like it. So, going to be the end of it. At least for Bait, they get to save a couple of rifles.
And the AWP as well.
Right.
Like I said, that was a very important round, the most important so far. If they lose everyone there, they've got nothing going forward. I would assume they take a tactical timeout of their own now going forward as well. But it was the opening kill from Kenzie, but Imma, with that Galil, getting the job done. Bit nice work. And indeed, the timeout. Just because of the financial ramifications, as we discussed before.
Yeah, makes sense. Oh, that's a rare round. It's one of those rounds that you're going to look back in the demo review later on and you're going to say, oh, that's exactly how it worked out. I'm surprised, though, that NAVI didn't check it either. I felt like that typically you try to do that, but they were so focused on the site itself. Never really occurred to anybody there. And NAVI's starting to gear up now. They've got the money on their side. Round number 7. Wonderful, hitting a couple of shots here and there. Imma's still the main force. You are right, though. Makaze hasn't really been activated yet. He's 1-6.
Yeah, he was very slow on Mirage. Similar scoreline to open things up there as well. I think like he's trying to show that he's still got it. Still got that form from Stockholm. But A lot of duels not going in his favor so far, but it's okay. Game's neck and neck. Eco around this M4 and AWP. Sizzy yet to really blow us away with his performance. See what he can do with this one. If he can save the day here, all will be forgiven. It's a very important round. Not the cleanest spray from Imma, but the job is done. Cracked open middle. And indeed the A-bomb side.
Such a shame. The AWP never really in position where they needed it to be. They had that one trick of blowing open the smoke in the middle to begin with, and then they just kind of missed all of the other opportunities that might have been there. Wonderful. Quite happy to hold this.
Yeah, NPL maybe try and find a timing through the smoke, but there's no real reason to avert your gaze from it, but we'll see whether there's anything to be said. At this stage, is try and protect the AWP. The hunt is on, though, and as you can see, Na'Vi spreading across the map. They know there's an open play right now, and they want it desperately.
Yeah, I mean, they tried to hunt it the previous round, and it didn't really work out, but
true.
Why not try and take it away? It's giving very similar feelings as to what we saw on the first map with Na'Vi slow start, but they lock in, they keep their nose to the grind, and they're kind of back in the game now. 4-3, big money advantage here. Even if they don't find the AWP at the end, it's still nice position for Na'Vi to be in, as they are looking to take the second map, take the series, avoid the lower bracket if you can.
Oh, absolutely. Lose 2 games and you're out of this one. Opening day of the group stages here at the Blast Open. Looking for our 6 teams to make our way towards Rotterdam. As we get into round number 8 here, they'll save the AWP, which is a bit of a godsend because the money would have been too tight otherwise to bring it out. We'll see whether they can start to find their footing here after winning that second round force by Bates. Will not be combative towards middle, allowing them to have that control, which is okay. Like I said, Na'Vi is so good at it. Let them have middle and fight elsewhere, and fight they shall. Alex will strike first, take down the danger man, Imma towards Cave.
Makaze can push through and actually win the fight towards Donut. That might be a really big deal. You can see it's Sizzy on the other side. The smoke has faded. He doesn't realize Makaze has already walked through. This is so dangerous. They've actually walked past each other again. This time it's just one man, but Makaze, he is behind enemy lines. How much can he convert right now? This could be absolutely epic. The bomb is on the other side, but all it needs is Makaze to get 1 kill, and this entire defense could crumble. They're going to go and pick up the bomb. They want to get back towards the A side of the map, but they don't even realize he's walked past Sissy and Donut, and Kenzistor, he's still hanging around at the back of the site here. There's the shot. Now they know what's up. But Makaze, can he come back into it? This could still fall apart for Na'Vi. Such a great position, but might not be enough.
Oh, he fumbles it.
Yeah.
Needed to go deeper than that. Sizzy now activated, teammates surrounding. What looked to be a very promising position for Makaze. Completely thwarted there, and wonderful with no chance with 30 seconds remaining. Sure, he's got the bomb. Finds his rival Orpa as well. It's going to take a lot more where that came from, but I don't think there's any world he can win it. Cynthia will close things out, and yeah, that one kind of just sizzles out.
Such a shame. It was looking like they could have done it again. Back to, or not really back to back, but 2 rounds and a half where they slinked past the defense and managed to win it. That would have been devastating for Bates, but good work from Sizzy once he realized what was going on there. Some real good shots coming out, and gets another round here for Bates. Yeah, he's well aware. Super sick. Ties up the game once again.
Huge one to pick up. 4-4. Let's have a look what we've got. Full buy available. Resources running low for either side of the server here, but it looks to be a B contact play. Anders waiting for the initial barrage of utility to subside, and they'll just walk their way in towards the B site. In front of the smoke now, Alexi B will make the noise. Makaze goes down again. He is having a rough one today.
Ooh, they must have known that Alex was there, so maybe it wasn't really calmed down properly because Alexi just got shot in the back, but NPL will burn alive. Oh, trying to push in. Imagine if Bit would have hit that. That would have been the end of the round, I think. But Sizzy wants to stay fighting. Kenzisor now activated. Leaves Imma alone here. Just the AK in hand. And he's got 11 bullets. Hasn't had a chance to reload yet. Got to be very careful. Bomb's right in front. Uses half the bullets. Now he's got a chance to reload. He knows the Sentinel is right there. Sees the gun barrel. Instant headshot. What an expert play from Imma.
They needed that. Felt like these rounds are getting very complicated, very uncomfortable for Na'Vi. Makaze's going down with nothing almost every single round, even when he finds perfect and prime position. but it is Imma to save the day. It felt like they needed that one. As mentioned, resources very low on either side of the server, and I would say a timeout has been called, I was going to say by NAVI again, considering how chaotic it's getting out there, but it is bait to call it.
Okay.
We go 5-4. Blade is more than happy, though, to take this timeout, calm everyone down. Not getting the same level of output towards middle as he's used to.
Those B contact plays are so powerful. It's so often that you can catch the CT defense looking the other way, trying to throw a grenade, do whatever they do. This time it looked like they actually had a bit of a defense going, but only for a while. Imma, sick round from him. 4 kills at the end, I think.
Oh, was it 4?
I think so.
Beautiful play. Good read of the situation. Massive round. Can't stress that enough. Puts him in a prime position going forward now. He is carrying them right now. 10-5. And we're going in for another B play.
Oh.
That will do nicely.
Starts pretty damn good. Wonderful. Cracking open the scroll of Essential. Now back here is NPL, hoping for a deagle shot.
That's more like it.
NAVI finding a lot of confidence in this round.
Should be the clean sweep. And it is indeed very clean.
We did everything like the other way around, but it's fine. It worked out.
It did work out, that's for sure. All right, then. Demoralizing round there for Bay, but it was Eureka. They ran into the stack. Still no problem. Imma looking unbelievably sharp right now.
Yeah, the issue is, I mean, so far, again, very limited on the data, but it seems to be the CT side is significantly stronger normally bait than it is on the T side. So,
doesn't bode well.
Is a problem. There's just no other way to put it. And they're back testing it. That smoke doesn't really block anything. They're already through. I love this from NAVI.
Come on, Alex.
See if they can find the opening. Sizzy's going to get one, and Alex in the corner. It's a double kill for Zizzy now, trying to hold them back. And finally they managed to thwart NAVI in this this B attack that's just been so relentless. Hilarious situation, though. Grenade in hand.
Bomb is down, but there's so much time to work with. He can just pick them off one by one.
There's no way.
There is a way.
Oh.
He's got to channel that grand final wonderful, but
okay.
A young team like Bait, they're going to make mistakes in these sort of scenarios. This could be the first one.
Could be. He's hearing the scope already, so he knows. Yeah, going to be too scoped up, unfortunately. Good work from Alex, and a good work for Bait. They absolutely needed that round.
I felt like the perfect call as well. The incendiary wasn't great from the CT side as well. You can see they took no damage when running into the bomb side. They got so much ground under their remit. But it's Sizzy. We said we want to see more output from him, and we're certainly getting it now. From his POV, that's excellent work there. Nice change of pace. Didn't hate the call from NAVI. They're just unfortunate. The Orb's waiting for them and converting the opportunities found. And it's going to be a one-round game looking for 7-5 on NAVI, and Bay looking to tie things up.
It's also a bit bold, isn't it? Going back to the same bomb site 3 times, just punishing the same weakness over and over again. I like it, but...
Run boost.
You're right, on top of the Molotov here, finding that gap in between the two, and
that's more like it.
You've been saying it for a while. There's a demon in the middle, and now we get a chance to finally see that activated towards the end of the half here.
An advantage, and you're right, final round of this half. Wonderful, with great space towards A. CT's rotating in. Sizzy really finding his form now. 11-7. Down he goes.
Makazi doing so much work. He's finally caught throwing that grenade. 2 versus 2. The bomb is by the B ramp. I don't know if there's any way that Bait can read this. It's going to have to be a very, very tricky 2v2 at the moment here. He's got the right idea, though, with Sential. He actually knew.
Don't love that. That's the bomb going down. You had 1 minute to work with. Surely you've got the information that one player's towards A, group up and go together.
I don't know if Alex realized, but he did see him. Maybe it's possible a teammate might have called that for him and said, wait a minute, like he was on your screen though. You could see just the heel of Alexi slinking around the corner. 40 seconds now. He's picked up the bar. I think they know exactly where he is. That's going to be an instant death here. Tied game at the end. 6-6 right down the middle here in this second map.
Quite like Arena Counter-Strike. Let's get into this one.
Oh, a very loud and warm welcome here in Hong Kong. You like this?
Now the people here is amazing. It's insane.
Wouldn't it be cool if we open the show?
Packed out Moody Center, bro. I would kill this.
All right then. How would you do it?
First, I'd remind them where we are. Austin, Texas. This state has been the beating heart of Counter-Strike for 25 years.
You know who's waiting for you backstage. They want to hear your hype. They want to feel it.
6 teams enter the arena, but there is only one prize waiting on this stage.
Lisboa, make some noise!
I hope that USA people cheer for us.
Do you feel it? Your heart pounding with anticipation. That shiver down your spine? Counter-Strike lives within us! From the bottom of your heart, let me hear you!
Welcome back to Blast Open. You join us for the second half of the second map between Navi and Bait. A couple of fumbled rounds there towards the end there from Navi. Anders has opened the door of opportunity for Bait, and we split this one right down the middle, 6-6.
I'm actually very impressed by Bait. I feel like it was a bit of a tough start for them, honestly, but they made it back and tied up the game. Right now, they just need to win a pistol here, and suddenly it's a very different conversation. Let's see if they got it.
Looks to be a fake of some sort here. 3 players over towards the A side of the map. MPL showing some presence over towards that K position. He's got a lot to deal with here. Wonderful with those dualies. Perfect weapon for the job. It was supposed to be a ruse, but now objective, get that bomb planted towards A and see what you can do. Nice shot from Sizzy.
Oh, if he could have stayed alive, that would have been different. I think you're exactly right. It would have been sick to see how that works out. Maybe there's still a chance. They just keep sacrificing themselves to the Glock of Kenzisor. How on earth did that happen?
One by one.
And now it's just Immer, the last one left. Could he get one more kill? He's in the smoke hiding. Wants another headshot. Surely it'll come through Alex to take him down, but Kenzisor, it's like he's just a blender and they just keep walking into it.
Well, there it is. 3 out of the 4 pistols land in favor of Bait. A 5-on-3 advantage, Anders. How you give that one up, I'll never know. You had the read. You knew exactly what was going on, but it's Kenzisor to shut down the Navi retake. Bomb was only just getting planted there as well. They really forced things too quickly there. It felt like that was unnecessary.
Speaking of forces.
Speaking of forces, indeed, we have got one for Navi. 7-6, Bait take the lead. Up against the MP9s, a Famis for Wonderful, courtesy of his double kill. Doesn't have a helmet, mind you. See if they can answer back.
They know that Makazi's in here, and I'm a bit surprised that he stuck around as long as he did. Seemed like a vulnerable position. They're taking over some mid-control. Still plenty of time in the round here, so I think this is fine for Bates. All right, some wall bangs. Didn't see too many of these from the other side. Seemed like Navi were less interested. They just wanted to attack the B-bomb side as fast as possible, but that wall bang still very powerful. Only one defender at the A side of things.
It's the most powerful weapon, but not a prime position for the job. No real information there through the donut, so Wonderful's dead.
Yeah, best case he could have taken somebody with him, but...
Just save now.
That's got to be the call, right? They get one kill on Sizzy. That's nice. They could upgrade into the Galil, but still, the call doesn't really change. They're too far away. That'll give Bait an additional lead. Up to 8-6 now.
Yeah, a few rounds fumbled here. Most notably, round number 12 of that first half. Bits walking into the bomb site by himself in a 2-on-2, and you have the information a player was in towards A. You had that information locked in, and he decided up the air round by himself. Such a gamble play. If he goes down, Alexi can't win it. That's exactly what happened. They had all the time in the world. It was baffling why they didn't just group up and go together, but there we go. And this round, very comfortable. Helping themselves towards middle.
Well, these are some of the mistakes that maybe Blade has been taking those timeouts for, to try and control those moments and try to make sure that they don't throw it away when they've got the opportunities, because it's suddenly very painful. This is a match, or a map at least, by all means, that Navi should be winning on this Ancient one.
Real jump scare there for Wonderful. It can be a horror game. But a second bite of the cherry is available for Navi. They save the majority of their firepower. Imma will enter with a Galil. MP9 still out in full force as well. A couple of upgraded pistols, 5.7 for Alexi B. Makazi still really yet to get going on Ancient. 8 and 12 right now.
They feel like he's trapped. They feel like Imma could be in there still. He's got the one kill, but they really want to hunt him down. The 5-7 up close. It's not good enough. Have they forgotten about Imma? They've been so careful about checking this position, but are they going to be able to do it again? Not quite enough. I feel like a flashbang would have done the job there, but the trade is in. Yeah. It's still a 2v3.
They maintain that man advantage. You've got plenty of time here. Should be no problem to shut this one down. I say that MPL and Kenzizor are low. If they do end up walking into a two-man stack here, a couple of Deagle body shots could seal the deal. Essential, the player of 100 HP, he'll be going in first. Ooh. And, well, that's why. Great shot from him. That secures the victory of the round.
Yeah, it looked like there was a second there, but can only ask so much of Wonderful. He's been playing very well on this map. Him and Imma really have been the main driving force for the Navi side of things. Bit hanging around in the middle, see if he could find anything to upgrade into. I don't know if, yeah, it's a Galil on the ground at the very least if you want it. One on the other side too. So, 9-6. Navi not quite able to slow down Bait at the start of this second half. And like you pointed out, they've won 3 out of 4 pistol rounds. And even the pistol round they lost in the first half of this map, they won the following round. So it might have been even better for them. So all of the halves we've really seen so far have been good starts for Bait, and then it's been Navi catching up afterwards. Sort of been the template for this match so far.
Sobering moment here for Navi. The champagne hangover setting in, Anders.
Maybe.
We're missing some star power out there. The MVP of Stockholm, Makazi. MIA right now. Unable to find the same level of impact we're used to.
What's the cure? More champagne?
Yeah, it must be. The only way. So tactical timeout called by Blade. Can feel this one slipping away. This was supposed to be the locked-in victory on their map pick. But plenty of tape out there and how they operate on Ancient. It looks like Bait are in a very comfortable spot right now. Currently up 3-0 in this second half. Guns will be coming out following round. See what they've got.
It is interesting because Makazi and Imma are fighting middle with the same confidence as if they're going to win every time. But because Makazi isn't quite there, the results don't really follow, and that mid has become a bit of a liability for them.
Agreed.
Which is hard to criticize, right? Because you do want to see them still have the confidence. Like, you don't want to see them pack it up, but...
Yeah, and it's at times like this, though, when your stars aren't showing up, you can't play your A game. You have to adjust.
Yeah.
And you can see now, changing things up slightly, not hyper-aggressive as they once were, waiting for the initial bombardment of utility to come in, but the flashbangs still catch them. Imma holds on, a 4-4, technically does favor the T side here so early on. We'll see them coordinate themselves towards A. MPL's confirmed that A main is clear for now. They can execute with a smoke down towards Donut and CT spawn. There is CT presence here. Imma and Wonderful both in the Donut, however. As I mentioned, they are going to be smoked off momentarily. Here they come.
Yeah, classic grenades to be set up.
Yeah, he can throw both in this position.
A bit is actually rotated out of the B bomb site. This is what the point that I made earlier about Alexi being very much a solo player at times. So at least they're closer to the bomb site than they would have been, but still smoked off, still grenaded out of this position. Oh, it's a nice swing attempt here from Wonderful. There might have been an opportunity, but now he's very low on health, low on ammo as well. Comes out with the USP, still a 2v2. But the bomb is planted, and Sizzy and Alex, they're both a bit tagged up here. This is a doable retake. I wonder if NAVI know how much damage they've done. There is a smoke as well to be picked up here. There's one already on Mima with a kit as well, so they could get close. Incendiary landing in a corner. Nobody is there. And that bomb is ticking in front of them, so they need to get running on this one. Smoke on top of the bomb. We'll see if they can play around it. Imma with a good kill. Alex now alone, trying to guess the angle. That defuse already happening. He's not getting the angle. And it's right in front of him. That is a devastating way to lose a round.
Just didn't have the bullets to commit to the full spray. The Glock comes out. When you see that pulled out Anders, you know the round's over. Nice work. Smoke on top of the bomb. You called it. As soon as that defuse comes in, panic stations. And it's not the cleanest round. They lost that opening pick, but Imma kept them in it. Felt very uncomfortable for a moment, but the headline will read. NAVI have picked up their first round now. The second half ran out of bullets. This is where he pulls out the Glock. And you know it's already over. But still not a clean round. Only one player surviving the CT side means there will be concessions here. One kit available to them. Wonderful, the AWP. And we're going to have a fast play up that B ramp. Is Bit ready for it?
Navi already showed how powerful this could be. Let's see if Bait can replicate that. It's already a good entry.
Flash.
2 for 1, and they know that Bit is in this corner. They will simply bully him out of it. So many people coming his way, and the rest are running. They don't have a chance here. Wow.
Great change of pace. They were not ready for that whatsoever. They had players there ready and waiting. 3 of them in total. Completely taken care of. Senthio, MPO, and Sizzy working together, brute forcing their way in towards that B bomb site.
I'm guessing that would have been Alexi dying towards the cave. I feel like a lot of the times Alexi's pathing on this bomb site at the start of the round is to run past the pillar and all the way to that wallbang wall just so that he can basically stop this from happening. Yes, you see him play early in the round to stop this kind of thing. Like, he's really well aware that people could be fast up that ramp. Not that that was necessarily the only mistake, but when you are this far back, it does allow them to fan out on the bomb site. And where if you're already in that corner, it can be very, very tough coming out of the ramp.
Yeah, great pathing, relentless aggression there from Bates. They do hit hard. NAVI are feeling it right now. Begs the question, does Blade want to get stuck in? They do save the AWP and an M4. Third map. Edging ever closer. That will be Dust2. 10-7. They will force by around the saved weaponry. A couple of MP9s. 2 M4s and the wonderful AWP. Makazi taking the brunt of damage again. Kind of nullifies his aggro towards middle. We're going for a contact play. All 5 players this side of the map, Anders. CTs have this information. They need rotations right now. Good smoke.
Yeah, but they might just go through it. They're all here, like you said. They don't have anywhere else on the map to go, so they're just going to be running right through.
Spray.
What an entry it is with the Molotov on top. Wonderful. One good connection, but he could not escape. And the bomb is being planted right in front. Imma, good position. Kensol will go down. That'll be upgraded into an AK. So 3 versus 3 now. They're fighting a lot more than I was expecting here, Bait. I feel like once the bomb is down, it's on you to try and just waste a little bit of time. They have another Molotov on Sizzy.
No kit.
Yeah, no kit either. If he can find a good way to burn out that bomb, then there might still be a chance here. Alex is alive as well. Sizzy here just got to fall a little bit further back and keep it dream going a while longer. He can't really throw the grenade from here, but it might not mean you make a difference. Great spray down.
Can't get it.
Running for it. Yeah, he wishes he had the kit right now. Then the round would have been easy. He gets the AWP instead. But it's another round.
Probably goes down with a blaster as well, I'm pretty sure. No, not quite. Okay. He gets the AWP, but Anders, I have to say, Makazi, that spray, his tracking's off.
Yeah.
Doesn't look confident. Like, the aim is just not there right now. Like, he had the advantage in this kill. Like, the Molotov's down, but yeah, you think he gets at least one there. Doesn't happen. And it's another round where it all falls apart. They had the man advantage with Sizzy from spawn. A real nuisance. Gets that second kill, and that's enough to win the round. Feeling the pressure. They save the AWP, but they don't have much else to go around it. This one is slipping away.
It is, like, and faster than I was expecting. I'm just really, really impressed with Bait. We don't have a lot of tape on them on this map. It's not one that they play very often. And somehow they've managed to put together something really impressive here.
So they saved the AWP. What can they do with it? Do they want to force buy? It's 11-7. They have actually got a surprising amount of cash here, so not a done deal, but only picking up 1 round so far. It's 5-1 in the second half. Let's have a look.
Okay.
Opening pick attempted here by Sizzy. 17-13 right now. It's wonderful on the other side with 15 kills to his name. Opportunity for that first kill. Might come a knock-in.
Quiet standoff outside of the B bomb site. Sizzy hoping that there's a mistake. And Navi on the other side hoping the very same thing. Makazi's kind of fallen back up from middle, so he's kind of given up that position. But the forward hallways position from Imma is kind of sick. Sizzy, good work.
Really well played. Good discipline, good patience. Knew his opportunity would come eventually. He knows Navi are desperate for an opener right now. They play the cards right. They've got map points and 5 opportunities to put it in. Looking for the CT aggression. There has to be a rebuttal. The CTs need information. They've pushed A main. They found nothing. Alexi B tucked away in towards that cave position. He's got the AWP to try and bait him in. If the AWP fires off, that's when he swings. B execution, nades going in. Molotov the cave entrance. Smoke down towards long.
This cave setup.
Kazi, we need something out of you, my friend.
Yeah, if he dies, then the setup doesn't really matter at all. Good on the first one. Quick transfer, and a couple of more bullets might have done it. He gets the assist. Oh, a no-scope at the end. That is sick.
That's the best showing from Makazi in the CT side so far. They desperately needed it. Sure, they're running through the smoke, but he finds his double. Bit recovering the fallen AWP. Pits of the good work and a lovely no-scope to close down that round. Denying map point, Anders. They're still in this one. We are getting so many timeouts right now. There's only 1 left.
Yeah. They're burning through them just to keep the focus in this match. I mean, you have to respect that.
Yeah, it's an intense game so far. But the job is far from done. If you're Bates, sure, you're close. But against Navi, they're a tenacious, resilient team. And you've let them back in. Makazi will be feeling a lot more confident after getting a couple of kills there, getting himself at the double digits. It was a 5-on-4 advantage, but one they can't convert.
So much riding on Makazi's double kill here because the double setup they have in the cave right next to it. If Makazi dies, then suddenly that doesn't really mean that much.
Kind of unreal. Bit just like pop shot through the smoke. Again, not lucky, but certainly fortunate. Lovely no-scope to close things down. A lifeline here and a chance to catch their breath. A moment's respite, and as you can see, it's a full eco pretty much here. Need to keep this one clean.
Yeah. But also, this is the kind of round that could give Navi a chance to sort of catch their breath and feel like they're in control once again.
Well, let's see. They can keep this one clean. Makazi, sure, actually maybe let him off the leash this round. Get him some eco kills.
Yeah, he does need it. I mean, he's got 10 kills. Not been devastatingly bad, but
like coming off that MVP level performance in Stockholm and being like the juggernaut towards middle especially, this is night and day. This is not the player we saw in Stockholm.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? You're being measured against your former self. That's not that long ago. Everyone remembers Kaze's here. Okay, you like that?
He's like,
immediately
bro,
ready.
that was mine. Okay, there we go.
He's getting his.
There it is. He needed those kills. Trust me, that's going to help out a lot for his mental.
Yeah, a little cheeky smile there on Alexi. They are not ready to let go of the map just yet. And, I mean, the pressure is on Bates the whole way through here.
Of course, yeah. They've already got a map under their belt, Navi. If he goes to a third, they're still the favored team. And they can still win in regulation here, sure. It's 11-9, but they are looking a lot more comfortable. Fully equipped here. Can't say the same thing for Bates. They've gone for 2 Galils, bare bones utility. It's going to be a difficult one to recover here. They do not have the AWP Sizzy available to them.
And he's really been hitting shots. Like, he's starting to connect with those shots. So, unlike on the first map, it actually feels like a serious downgrade now, not having him on that one. MPL, though, it's a beautiful start. Takes down Alexi. And the fact that he can get that kill early, you got to wonder if they can spawn anything off it. The fact that Alexi's that far up alone, I mean, you would think there's a big weakness at the B bomb side. But they're bringing the bomb over to the A bomb side instead. Looks like they might leave one person here by the cave in Essential and just try and see if they can rotate on out.
It's a very open A bomb, so you've got wonderful patrolling it from CT spawn with the AWP. Plenty of time to work with. That's more like it from Akazi. Levels out the playing field, 4-4.
It's a really, really big find. Yeah, the fact that nobody's at the A bomb side, looks like they're just Na'Vi ready to go play for a retake if they need to. Trust that maybe Wonderful can hit just one shot in there.
They have one smoke remaining. If they use it towards CT spawn, the side is theirs. And it has gone down.
Yeah, let's see. He does have a couple of grenades here, though, so he could try and do some damage to them all on its own. There's the Incendiary. Slow them down even just a little bit. And now they're pushing towards the donut. Good trade. Makase does get one, but Immer is there.
Big.
Look at the flank coming in. I think Alex wants to wrap around through middle. That might be very hard to time. He should almost certainly get a free kill here. Oh, it's nearly spotted out. Immer, one more pixel and he would have had it. That's so close. But now instead it's a 2v2 and they're going to be on it right away. They need to get on this defuse and try and put some pressure on the rest of Bait. It might not work at all. Sizzy, he picks up the first one and he will double down on it. Great round from Bait.
Comes down to the minutia there, doesn't it? Immer, you're right. Just one more centimeter around the corner. He gets a free kill. The round is theirs, but unfortunately, it unravels. And that's going to be map point now for Bates. We go 12-9. Very important round. And Makazi looked like he was having some serious impact there as well. That's the moment the round falls apart for them. Sizzy gets the Molotov down to the bomb and even follows it up with the final kill as well. Beautiful stuff. 3 in a row required now to take us to overtime. Still very possible. But an uphill struggle for sure. It's going to be Makazi throwing that grenade in towards the elbow. Successfully landed at the front door of Sizzy. Alexi B in towards Cave.
Sissy and Immer at the moment, a bit of a competition to reach the top, both at 20 kills. And there's actually going to be a bit of an even trade at the beginning, but Essential trying to make quick work of the B bomb site defense. Immer gets blown up. The top fragger for Na'Vi out of the round. And Na'Vi fighting to secure overtime. Essential, he's pretty much won the round on his own at this ramp. 3 kills so far. Alexi and Wonderful, they are miles apart on this map, just each person holding a bomb site on their own. It's not what you want to see, but they don't have much of a choice, unfortunately. Under a minute, so plenty of time still. And just waiting for it here. What a flick from Wonderful. I can't believe he's not dead. And now they're in the middle, maybe shuffling around. This could somehow still work. That's a 2-on-4. If they win this one, that's devastating for Bait.
Well, it's Alexi B that has to fend them off. He's going to lose his vision, but they actually overplay their hand. They don't wait for the smoke. It's a bit of a freebie there for the in-game leader. Going to go for the spam for the smoke as well. Does considerable damage. Takes Essential down to 45, but still 2 versus 2. Or retake will be challenging here for Na'Vi. This could be the GG moment.
Retaking as well with the AWP. You never really know how that's going to be going. Might not have many chances to follow up if you miss a shot. A bomb slowly ticking. There's a flash, and it does hardly anything at all to Essential. Good spray down, and he goes for the challenge. I don't think he needed to. Alexi takes him down, but the clock is working against him. He tries, and he gets the headshot on Kenzisaw. Wraps around, and that is going to be such a close round, but one that Bait might severely regret.
Couple of mistakes there. Playing in front of the smoke. If they just waited 1 more second, he doesn't get that free kill. The bomb doesn't get denied so early on. And yeah, it comes down to those small details there. They had the man advantage, and you feel bad for Essential as well. He does all this great work. It's a 4-on-2 at that stage. Wonderful pulls one back, and then Alexi B saves the day. Frustration coming through.
I feel like even towards the end, once they got the kill on Wonderful, they could have probably disconnected from Alexi and just said, well, we're just going to make you waste all the time in the world here.
Oh, they look so tilted. Don't give it now, boys, because they're going to come down to round number 24, and they've gone for a full eco here. Crazy work from Alexi B.
I could totally understand, though, why that would tilt him. Like you pointed out, there are so many times in that round where, you know, a tiny
Just wait a second. Just go together. Like, wait for the smoke. We're putting the smoke down to stop that happening. You run in front of it with the bomb.
And presumably the worst feeling is you know it the second it happens. You know what just went wrong. You know exactly what the mistake is. You just knew it a second too late.
Oh, if they end up losing this now in overtime, it all comes down to that moment.
It's a
4-on-2 Anders to close it out, and he run through before the smoke popped.
classic way to lose, though. I really feel like
it is. Yeah, it is the old classic. And that's the lesson they are never going to forget if that's what happens.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Bit too eager to play. And now we enter round number 24. Still not feeling 100% comfortable. 2 players on Galil's. You have the Sizzy Orb, and he's been playing phenomenally well. 21 and 17. Trying to deny that B rush. It was a problem for them before. This time the Incendiary's there. Speaking of Incendiaries, the B lane is on fire. Alexi B needs to be very careful here. Makazu will join him towards the heaven. Smokes off towards elbow. Goes for the spam. Got 4 players outside B right now. Looks to be a B execution.
Just really big allocation of players again.
I don't think you can justify anything else now. I think you have to go for this B play. You have no idea what's going on towards middle or towards the A side of the map.
Yeah, that's what worries me as well. Beta's so blind.
Okay, they double smoke long to stop it being popped open, I assume.
Molotov behind as well. They're trying to burn everything out before they really go for it. And here they pull the trigger already. It's a missed shot. I can't believe it. It looked like it was perfect. Wonderful. He's still alive on the side though. Swings again and takes down MPL. Wait for the teammates. I don't know why he's just wait. It's a 1 versus 3, but now it's turned into a 1 versus 1. Emma just getting the kill on Sizzy and confirming the overtime for NAVI.
We said they're tenacious. We said they're resilient. You had plenty of opportunities to knock them out here. Fumbling the 4-on-2 advantage. An unforced error as well. They didn't have to lose that round at all.
And we hate to bring it up, but it's true.
Yeah. Another close round there. Needed the double kill, but got dinked on that first swing. You were never going to win that second encounter. That's unfortunate. But maximum tilt now for Bates. You knew you had that game. That one round, that one mistake could cost you the map and indeed the series. We reset it all in overtime. Navi remain on the CT forces. Nice injection of cash for both teams here. Sizzy's been so impressive. 23 and 18 right now.
Yeah, the problem is it feels like Makaze started to get warmed up as well. Look at this in the middle, taking down Sizzy.
The Makaze we know and love.
And that's the problem, right? Because you pointed it out so many times that he wasn't playing himself early on in the series, and now you're starting to see it a lot more. Alexi gets hunted, though. They want some revenge here, Bait.
Yeah, round's certainly not over. Kenzie Zor spotted him jumping in towards the donut. And now they're going to take a bite out of CT spawn. Alex, no problem the first. Nice movement as well, forcing the hand of Makaze to come to him.
Oh, it's risky for Makaze to stick around. He's so accurate. Turns around. He's got no business winning that second fight.
He's back, baby.
That is disgusting.
Oh, it's a pretty woeful smoke. Should be enough to win the round here for NAVI. Went too deep. Another 1v1.
You weren't lying, Henry. You weren't lying about Makaze on this map.
Absolutely. It was a slow start. Like, Mirage is pretty quiet for him as well. Another slow start here. I think he was 1 and 7, but my God, has he found the 5th gear. Just needed to wake up. It's the early morning game, Anders. He's a young guy.
Yeah. So I think you're right. Now that he's here, it is devastating. The confidence to stick around as long as he did to take the fight, and then he's retreating back into a player that's waiting for him, and he just spins around and kills him. That's a lot.
The thing is, for this young team as well now, all you can think about is we should have won this game already.
Yes.
No one wants to admit it. Your coach is telling you to move on, but you just got that feeling in the pit of your stomach knowing you fumbled this.
Yeah.
And now you've let Makaze back in the series as well. He was MIA. You've let him right back in, and my God, does he look good right now. This kill is ridiculous. How he has the presence of mind to flick into this one. Players all around him. He has no business getting a double kill there.
Such a sick move, isn't it? And that's the problem, though. Sometimes when the game lasts long enough, like you said, suddenly somebody else comes alive.
You let them back in.
Yeah, Ima's been playing well. Makaze, can you find anything here? It's Bit instead taking the fight, but Makaze will get one.
It's getting scrappy out there, Anders.
It is tactical retreat coming in from NAVI, just trying to get out. But you know what? They've got the man advantage. They might have been a bit beat up. You can see Imer's on 5 health, but still, they've got 1-man lead, and that could be all that they need at the moment. Everybody from Bait is in the middle, and I love this play from Immer. He's low on health. He knows he's not going to be that valuable in the middle of a bomb site, so he's taken up this super strange position that'd be very hard to clear.
That's a big miss. Oh, but Makaze gets himself yet another double. But this round is still on. You've got a minute on the clock. Immer on 5 points of health.
Yeah, but again, this is such a rare position to, like, at this point in the round.
Well, that's where he's have to play over his brain instead of his brawn here. That's where he tucks himself in towards A main, force the next move out of Alex. Hoping a mistake presents itself, but every second he waits means he's going to be further and further away from planting this bomb. Has to make the move now. Doesn't have the time or resources to really do much with this. He can Molotov towards A main, I suppose, then go for the plant, but does he make the read?
I was going to say, if he does find a Molotov in that corner, that would just be so sick. But again, like, there's so many positions. You could see he's checking everything. He really wants to find somebody, and I can't believe it. Ima's found the perfect timing. That's just completely... He's checkmated him right then and there.
He has. Perfectly played from Ima. Makazi in his zone right now. He was, what, 0-7 again? He's currently up to, like, 23 kills.
Yeah.
A masterclass on Ancient. It took him a while to get there, but my God, does it look good right now. Bit of a messy start from Bits, but Ima was there to pick up the pieces with Makazi. And then a missed shot from Wonderful. You think, right, they're back in the round, but there he is, another double kill.
I think Makazi had 10 kills in round number 20.
Yeah.
And now it's just exploded from there on out. Not looking to slow down anytime soon. Unfortunately, the call back to that 2-on-4 is going to be epic.
Nice opening frag. They find the danger man. 5-on-4. Need to convert this one. Final round of the first half of overtime.
Sizzy. He's got 25 kills.
Yeah.
He's living up to the hype as well. It's good to see. Bait's going to be taken down. At least they need a round here, Bates, in the first half of overtime.
Well, if you don't convert this one, you're not going to convert any of them. This is looking very good. Good trade. 4-on-2. You cannot afford to fumble this.
Yeah,
oh my God. What's the... Guys, okay. That was the bomb. almost a disaster, but it's fine.
Very nearly. Nicely done. Couple of moments where they look a bit shaky, where it looks like they're forgetting to kind of have the conversation. They have plenty of time. They didn't need to really rush anywhere. But it all works out in the end. So they get 1 out of 3 rounds in the first half of overtime. I guess it's not the end of the world, really.
No, absolutely
fine. But they didn't want to be playing overtime at all.
Enjoyed that opening pick from Sizzy especially. Wow. Really confident stuff. Like we said, taking down McCarty, who's getting stronger and stronger as the series develops. More tactical timeouts. Both of these coaches are loving it. And we go 2-1 in favor of Navi here. 1 round to guarantee double overtime. 2 would secure the series and deny Dust2.
For all of the B attacks that we've seen with that ramp in play, how come, Henry, we haven't seen any CT sides yet push outside of B quickly? Remember right when Ancient came out, how aggressive, like Rain and Carrigan together would do this thing where they push down and take control of basically that door that's by the T side of B?
Well, maybe that's what will be happening in overtime here. There's going to have to be a change of pace. You can't just present the same rounds over and over. I think the main discussion is always towards middle these days. That seems where most of the combat goes down. It's the battle for mid-control at the start of these particular rounds, and we'll see if the CTs want to change anything up. Remember, 1 round for Navi secures double overtime. Can they get it in the first here? Alleviates a lot of pressure if they can. Smokes down towards Donut. Red, Molotov, and Cubby. The magnificent duo of Ima and Makazi will have to operate without an in-game leader now. Great wallbang from Essential gives them an advantage.
He started somewhere he couldn't finish there, unfortunately, for Alexi.
Yeah.
But they got mid-control, but mostly because Bait never really wanted to fight for it. They just chucked in a grenade and said, you can have it. We'll take some damage for it, and then we'll pretty much just leave. Makaze no longer in mid, but by the cave instead. Maybe he could find just one good opening for his team here. Bait would love some revenge. And look at Kenzisor. He is so far pushed out right now. What a great position to be in as they're trying to attack this B bomb site. But this is going to be well known. Eventually, more rotations are going to start to come in. I think Bait have a very good read on what is happening in this round. It might be difficult for Navi to make it through. They're going to be boosting on over. But that could have been a mistake almost. Makaze only with the 1. But it looked like that was a multi-spray down in the making.
Round is still on, man advantage here, and even more so now, a bit dropping down, 4 versus 2. Retake should be comfortable, but Ima going to do everything he can to fight back into this one. Doesn't detect the player on the other side of the smoke. 2v1 for Wonderful. Definitely can pull this one off, but overlooks the angle. Kenzisor already passed the ramp, and there will be one more round going in favor of Bait. We tie things up at 14-14.
they never, I think, realized that Kansas was on that long of a flank, so they just didn't have the timing. And I guess that's fair. Like, he was the whole round, he was flanking that B bomb site.
That's an unfortunate round. It comes down to this wall bang at the start. You can see, like, that's not sustainable, but you'll take it all day long. It's a very common approach on the T side. Drop a Molotov down, go for the follow-up wall bang, but unfortunately gets a face full of lead. Nice close from Kenzizor. Keep themselves in it here. 2 in a row now required.
Senthil's really come alive as well. MPL starting to be added to it. It's got a great trio that's working over on that side of Bait. Maybe it's not out of the question they can still win this map. I feel like they are strong on this CT side. A lot of mid grenades, but again, Bait, I think, have decided we don't really want to be fighting middle. We're not really going to take the battle in here towards Makaze and whoever else is in there. They let them have it. Wait. Oh. That's a leg shot.
Close. Real close to finding Wonderful. So towards A we go again, Anders. Posturing around the elbow position. Deciding the final move.
I feel like this position that MPL is in is so obvious that you just might overlook it.
I think once a half, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Especially if Kenzizor can take the initial aggro.
Okay, yeah.
Or some chaos. Yeah, there's no reason why this can't work. The problem is, it is a very Molotov position. Whether they'll do it is yet to be seen. There's the Molotov. So yeah, it comes in. Oh, it doesn't reach?
Does it spread far
Oh,
enough?
that's insane.
It's just so close. He swings out for a double kill. That is crazy. Grenade around the corner here and a little bit more to try and just distract them. The backup is coming. Alexi's holding the middle, though. That's a very nice shot from Wonderful. They needed that. The bomb is planted now, and Alexi's position is tripled in value. He can control the rotation. He can stab them in the back even though they might be low on health here on the T side. I think Alexi might be able to close out this round. Wonderful, scoped up already, shot in the head, but here comes Alexi. An easy spray down leaves just Sizzy. A 1 versus 2, and that's a lot for a young player to deal with, but he's good on the first one. Looking for the tap on the second player, just diving into CT spawn. Yeah, he's going to go straight for it. He's got the kit as well. No time left at all to try and stop this. He's surely got it. That is great.
Oh, he holds his nerve. Alexi B, I'm not sure he didn't get the com, but that was a terrible plan for his position.
Yeah.
And it is the young gun stepping up. It felt like a locked-in round in that 2 versus 1. The backstab was a thing of beauty. Like I said, a Molotov position, Anders, but it doesn't quite spread. He finds the perfect opportunity to get the double spray down. They find the man advantage regardless. It feels like it's perfect round for them to find series point. Full defuse comes in. Alexi B doesn't quite time it well enough. I'd love to know why they weren't quicker to try and deny that. He was hoping he'd call his bluff, but sticks to full defuse, and they're the ones now on map points.
What a recovery from Bait. I feel like the emotions were running very, very high at the end of that 2v4 loss, and somehow they managed to recover it. That is admirable. Wonderful sneaking in, but once again, Bait are offering no fights in the middle. They're just not interested in giving that opportunity for Ima or Makaze here. They say, you can have middle, but good luck with the bomb sites. 15-14. Could go another round of overtime, of course, but we'll see. Sizzy, can he pull them over the line?
Been a very convincing case to do so. Top fragging right now, up there with Vicenthiel. 26 kills to his name. Looks like this opening kill is going to walk right into him. Tags Makaze, and he'll be taken down. So that is not ideal. Smoke towards CT spawn, courtesy of Alexi B. And the scramble back in towards the side, and here comes the cavalry. They have to go through the temple and say their prayers if they're going to close this out right now.
So many people, such a small choke point. They just run
Oh my
through.
gosh.
That's madness. Asensio crouching in. I can't believe he's got another kill, but it doesn't matter. Can't make it work at the end. Double overtime now in this blazing series.
Just when you thought you'd done enough, it all falls apart, and it comes down to the minutiae again, Anders. You hit the shot, the AWP from Sizzy. If it's a clean kill, it's a very different round, but it ends up being Makaze, the player he legged, that finds him. They swarm into the site. Wonderful gets that shot, and like we said, they had to go for the temple there. Molotoved off towards spawn. 3 players dive out of the temple. It doesn't work out for them, and reset once again. It allows Blade to get one more timeout if he wants it, but they'll remain on the T side now. Double overtime is afoot. Towards middle we go. Popping that smoke open. Gonna cover up any CTs crossing towards heaven. Makazi feels comfortable to cross out now. Molotov down towards the cubby. Allows him just to focus towards that red room and donut position. Exchange utility. CT's not really part of the fight right now. Could pop open the smoke towards red and challenge it together.
Does feel like that's exactly what they want to be doing, but very delayed in the middle. There's a good kill.
That's an alley-oop. You see that spam coming through to try and dislodge him from the corner, and then the donut player swings out. Great teamwork.
Good coordination. You're absolutely right. Makaze. Oh, he did get flashed, but honestly, it looked like he had him. NPL down to 5 health. I mean, at this point, you've lost every other position on the map. You might as well try and go for it here. Bit of spray through, and it is NPL to die, but he was very low from earlier. Not necessarily the biggest deal in the world here.
Yeah, Round certainly still on here. They get this kill on Kenzizor, which they will, but they take a casualty en route. They can still fight back into this. 3 versus 2. Wonderful on the AWP. What have he got for us? 24 kills to his name so far, joined by Bits. Underwhelming showing from him on Ancient so far. Can he find the form to get the first round here in double overtime?
They almost both got shut down on that kill. That's scary. There is a player coming in from the donut, and there is a smoke as well, importantly. Nice kill onto Bit. Essential doing great work again. This flick not connecting, and it's all on the back of Wonderful. Now the grenades are starting to land, and they're putting the pressure on. He doesn't care. He's no-scoped one, but then once again defusing right in front of Navi. The blade come out. He can't find him. Another devastating right in your face defuse.
They knife him back as well. That's so unfortunate. If he has the AK there, it's job done. Spray him down. The AWP in those 5 seconds, blink and you miss it, Anders. You miss one orb shot, you pull out the Glock, you're panicking, trying to swing in the smoke, and it comes down to milliseconds once again. Great effort there from Wonderful, but you can see the bomb was already gone. Even if he got a slash off, I don't think he wins it. He does get knifed in response as well. It was looking so good, so promising. They were working with a man deficit there as well, but they fought so hard to bring it down to the 1v1. Let's have a look. There is the tactical timeout now from Blade.
It's on the back of the no-scope as well. That's when you think, all right, he's in the zone here, but that smoke made all the difference in the world. Oh, we've had some close ones. We had the earlier...
Oh, it's been crazy.
Yeah, with Alexi and Sizzy in the 1v1, like so close. That makes all the difference in the world in some of these matches, and we'll see Bait can start to accumulate just a bit of momentum.
They've been so close to closing this one out so many times, our Bait. Should have been done in regulation. Round number 24. Felt like they had enough to work with. It slipped away. Same approach from Wonderful, getting those smokes popped open a couple of times, denying any sort of cross towards heaven.
Look at this move out of A. That's very fast. Kenzisor's already taking up control towards that C-spawn position.
They're aware of it,
though.
though.
They are well aware. This is very dangerous. Could be a bit of a bad mission, but I like the attempt. I think it's kind of sick. Obviously, it backfires, but...
Yeah, it's a cool idea.
You got to try something. Senfield quietly snuck up to the top of the scoreboard. 30 kills on him in double OT. Very nice attempt, but NPL takes quite a bit of damage, has to try and fall back. Got to be careful, you don't get spammed down through it. Very close. Don't know if I'd be taking that fight with ours NPL. Sizzle, though. Sizzle going to be taking down Ima. That's not bad. Puts them back into a 4v4, and they still got 50 seconds left here. There is still a chance for Bait to win this in spite of losing the opening fight. Alexi goes down again. I feel like it's happened a lot towards this side of the map.
2 players very low. 3-on-3, sure, but I'm favoring Bates here. Feels like a matter of time before they close this one out. Here comes Makaze, though. Flashbang out of the cave. Gets a little bit of space to work with here, but it's certainly not safe. There's a CT lying in wait. Gets blown up by his teammate. Guys, what is going on there?
I have no idea.
Where are the comms?
That is actually a giant mistake, and Makaze hits the headshot on Alex. This could be another collapse moment, because it was a sick play from NPL, hiding inside of the smoke like that.
It was a really cool idea.
It's such a cool idea, but his teammates have betrayed him.
You blow him up?
Oh, no.
You hate to see that.
I actually can't believe.
Oh, man. That one hurts. Especially when they've been playing so well. Brought this round back to life. Blowing each other up. Not ideal. You can see on his screen as well. He knows his teammates there. And like, what are you hoping for? You know he's low. We saw it from his monitor. You saw the red bar of health.
Yeah.
You know he's right there. And you just thrown a nade on top of his head.
I couldn't even begin to imagine. That's devastating. Maybe we'll
just
get an answer.
A moment of madness, I think. Just lost in the source. And that I don't think I said that's the reason they lost the round, but it certainly didn't help.
You know, very difficult comeback from that moment on. There's no question about it. Ima has taken an enormous amount of damage, so maybe you try and park him somewhere. Maybe you just walk straight into it. Use him to trade out from Akaze, getting the kill. That's not bad. Wonderful. No escape on that one. The bomb is now lost to the T side. But there is a very deep flank from Akaze. This round is not over yet.
We've seen a few of these attempts, though, from Akaze. He's unable to stick the landing on these huge advantages. An interesting space he's able to find. But for now, they need to recover the bomb, Anders. It'll take a long time before he can be activated. So what can Alexi do for him? He's got a Molotov and an HE.
It could rotate back to A. They could try and attack Kansas or over on that side. They kind of know that he's been anchoring this position. So maybe that's the gamble, that it's only him. 45 seconds, though. Maybe not.
I feel like McCarthy needs to make the next move here. He'll go towards A. He'll be the bait. And hope that Alexi B can help himself towards the B bomb site. Molotov down.
Okay.
Making himself known now.
Straight back to try and catch them. There's not... Okay, there is a bit of panic. I was going to say they're not moving that much, but now they are. Oh, McCarthy set up nicely for it. They nearly line up. It's going to be another team kill, but I guess they do trade it out.
Okay.
Bombs planted.
A thinking man's clutch here. Alexi B with all the time in the world. That smoke's going to do nothing, though. Essential will play in front of it. Or will he? Apparently not.
Yeah, he decides to respect it.
Which is probably the right move. He had no idea what's on the other side.
And they do have a smoke. They do have a smoke.
He's got the lineup. We're playing Valorant. Let's go.
Yeah, he's trying to see if he can burn it out. But
they've got the
they have the smoke, so unless they screw this up somehow, I mean, they could still smoke the ramp, and then they'd be in trouble, but this will do nothing at all. They can just throw smoke, and now they know exactly where he is. Yeah, grenades are coming out, Alexi. You're going to have to fight your way through this one, and it won't be easy. Good headshot, though. They're inside. He's trying to test it, and he gets it. This time, it works out for Alexi.
God damn. Well done to Alexi. Ice cold in the clutch. Looked like he was out of luck there. They had the smoke, Anders. And still he comes out on top. I don't know how they fumbled that one. You're against the in-game leader. You've smoked out his position. You know exactly where he is, and he gets the double kill. There's been so many rounds where it feels like a lock-in. And Alexi's just so calm here. Doesn't just spray, makes sure he knows exactly where he's planted. Calmly taps away. Very, very nice. His best moment yet in the series. Alexi B saves the day.
It's also the value of having somebody with that much experience, right? With double OT, not stressed at all, just going through the motions. Very, very cool to see. Another timeout burned here. Obviously, you get another one every time we get into more timeouts, or into more overtime. So they're going to keep going here, but the frustration still seems to be more on the bait side. They really wanted to close out this map.
I mean, whatever happens here, you're going up against the EPL champions. You're a young underdog team. The fact you've got them on the ropes here, I know it doesn't mean much to them, but the fact, like, you had them uncomfortable. This team is on the up and up. Bates are looking deadly. They've got a bright future ahead of them. We'll see if they can keep it going here. Ascential cracking things open. He'll find 2. He's had a great showing so far. 36 kills to his name.
Everybody was blind for such a long time in the middle that even in spite of the fact that there was like 4 people stood in front of each other, nobody from the Navi side could really see what was happening. Now, Ascential is almost dead with 36 kills, you're right. So this round could still be Navi's, but the question is, do they want to take a risk here? They're a man down. Do you want to push up somewhere? That's what Bait have been doing on the CT sides. They've been pushing that A hallway. They've been trying to find an advantage when they're a player down like this, but Navi so far sticking to their positions.
Looking to tie things up. Bates. A 4-on-3 advantage right now. It's Makazi and Ima. The Smash Bros taken care of. 50 seconds remaining. Alexi B will tuck himself in. 2 players towards A. It's Bits. Who needs to step up here?
They're running A. Look at that.
He has not had a great showing. Not the Bit we know and love. If he can find some strong form here, defend this A bomb site. be worth its weight in gold. 30 seconds, but you can see
this
overworked in the position. They're going to walk through that smoke at A main, I think.
Yeah, this fake didn't really work at all. Like, they've only kept one player at the B-bomb site. They never really bought it. Now they definitely know that it was a fake coming out, and no one expects that. Alexi, the second player towards that donut position. 15 seconds left. Good headshot from Kenzisor, but that bomb still needs to be planted. They got about 9 seconds on the clock. What a headshot from Essential. That's ridiculous. He's only got 14 health, and he just swings into the fight like that. Terrifying display of aim from Essential.
Yeah, what a beast he's turning out to be here on Ancient. They had the read. They knew they were coming towards A, but a little bit of panic there. Bit unable to find an impact we were looking for. As the flash is going over towards middle, they set Essential up. Gets himself the double here.
Yeah, I am surprised that Bit couldn't find a better way to play with Alexi.
I'm surprised, like, he got away with murder there. The fact that they fired at him towards the temple, and I don't know why he re-peeks there.
I don't know, yeah.
You don't have the advantage anymore. You had the jump on them. You lost that angle. Re-peeking it and offering up your life when you're having a rough game, I don't think was the answer.
Oh, here we go.
That certainly helps.
What is going on?
Okay.
That is an absolutely absurd spray transfer from NPL. That is so quick. We're going to need a slow motion replay of that one. Whatever happens here, NPL's already done his job, but he'll get one more headshot. What a round. That might be enough to put them over the edge here. That might be enough to secure the second map for them.
Might be. Alexi B would have to do something unbelievable. It's not going to happen. It's going to be map point once again for Bates. The individuals going above and beyond. This time it's NPL with a world-class sequence from the heavens. He strikes down, gets himself that triple. Ridiculous. We need to go triple overtime. Oh my God.
That is just a lot to deal with, isn't it?
Bit just can't catch a break. Everywhere he goes, he's out of position.
Okay, well, I guess they needed that. They needed somebody to help out Essential, who's almost... He's not going to get the door of 40 kills.
Yeah,
so.
right. 38 and 21. NPL. Fantastic work. Can he replicate it? Can they seal the deal now? Finish them off. You've got them right where you want them. They're weak. Alexi B with the MP9. You can see they're lacking util. You're not going to get a better chance than this. Should have closed it out in regulation, but here we are in double overtime.
If we could do it now, all is forgiven. We'll say it was just a bump in the road, and we can move on to the third and final map here, tickling NPL through.
It's a B finish, Anders. We're going to have a little bit of presence shown towards A, but looks at things, and a B execution. Need to dodge those bullets, though. It's going to be Bit to defend. Can he find his form when it matters most? I don't think so.
That's
trouble.
Dangerous.
Oh, he does.
Somehow, I think with the help of that MP9, I think Alexi actually managed to completely pull that defense or the attack coming in. And Bit is still alive. I can't believe it.
Fake plant.
Yeah, trying to do it again now. They've got a player in middle in Alex, but he's going to have to join this cave position in just a bit. Navi, see if they can do this retake.
Nice molly.
That is a sick molly. That might slow them down. Sizzy gets one, but Wonderful is going to be there for the trade. They keep on going. And now Alex had the ramp set up with the crosshair. Gets the instant knockdown. And he's already low here, Makazi. The clock is running against him. He has to get this incredibly fast headshot, and it won't work. Alex takes him down, and it will be Bait in double overtime to win this second map against Navi.
Stunning defeat there for Navi. A little bit of a surprise on Ancient as the sizzle in.
I want to see a bit more output from Bit as well. He bottom fragged on Ancient. A lot of uncharacteristic misses from him. He seemed like he was surprised and out of position. Time and time again, he finishes that 19 and 25, bottom of the scoreboard, beaten by Alexi B as well. So, yeah, definitely need to see a little more output there from one of the star players. But ladies and gentlemen, third and final map. Bait taking on Navi. The final battleground will be Dust2. Knife round presumably already taking place, and it will be a CT start here for Bait.
Setting up with the classic smoke down towards the middle, and yeah, there we go. Just absolutely perfect, isn't it? They do have some more utility, though. Alexi with another smoke, so they could do a lot of things with this, but stepping up on catwalk. We'll see if they want to try and fake that split, or if they're just going to use it to try and create a little bit more space on the catwalk to get out. Single flashbang as well on Alexi. Yeah, there's the smoke for the potential split, and because there's already 3 people at the B bomb side, right now Bait are going to be thinking, man, this is great. They might actually do a split, but they're not. They're jumping down instead, straight into NPL's open arms. That's a nice shot.
Yeah, we had that slow start from Makazi on Ancient, but he certainly got going, feeling himself as he jumps down towards CD spawn, but it does allow the bomb to be planted. This is a retake setup here from Bait. They do not have a kit to work with, but they have got a freebie on the A ramp and a couple towards CD spawn. It's not going to be the clean sweep, is it? Not quite, but a 0 chance Alexi can win this. They hound him down, and it will be another pistol victory here for Bates.
It's a very interesting round because the whole setup for that round actually was very good for Navi. Apart from MPL being in CT spawn, there was nobody at the bomb side to really defend. So if they don't jump down but just plant for short, then it's a straight 5-on-5 retake with a pretty good advantage. But it didn't work out that way.
Certainly did not. Beautiful shot from MPL. More than ready for it. You got that defensive hold from Alex as well, making sure they can't find a safe haven towards the A ramp. And a couple of kills to add to his tally. MPL goes up to 3 in total. We'll have the M4 and helmet to operate with in round number 2. Bear in mind, you can live trade the game on polymarket.com, official prediction market of BLAST Premier.
See how this one play. Oh,
hello.
There we go. Wonderful in the middle. Kenza saw out. The scouts have made a bit of a return on Dust2 as of late. And Makazi's got that AK as well. Oh, it'd be so devastating, but maybe some justice as well. Bait themselves did steal a second round of losing a pistol, so maybe Navi could do the same thing here. Oh, it's a bit early, unfortunately. That's not going to do anything, but the wallbang. Don't know if he could do it. Oh, nicely done. Alex
certainly can.
It's a good headshot. But the AK is still alive. Makazi is still up there. You've got to be super careful here. I feel like just holding control of this one, Alex, is going to be more important. Bit goes down. There's Makazi finding it. And Imma patient in the middle, waiting for it. Mac 10 to get the kill on Essential. They're picking them apart right now. Zizzy's the only one left.
You say the only one left, but he had a great showing on Ancient. Round not necessarily over, but Imma will find him from short. It's a second round forced by victory by virtue of planting the bomb in the first. And now on the back foot, Bates will have to force buy back themselves and hope for the best, but it won't pack as much as a punch, Anders. It's $1,400. CT side. Beautiful shot from Wonderful to open things up there, just a note. So we're talking 5.7s and Deagles. Maybe an SMG?
Let's go!
Let's have a look. Nope, pistols only. So a very difficult round to win. They're going to take their long spawn, flashed out here, but a double nade being set up, but they're going to be caught with their pants down, I think. Good job from Alex. Should be no problem here. Makazi will seal the deal. They'll smoke the crossover. Is that a Krieg?
It is.
What year is that? I haven't seen a Krieg for about 5 years.
The whole entire pro community gave up on it when they nerfed it.
The Krieg?
Hey, listen, people said that when
in this economy?
maybe somehow it's sick again. Maybe they did a silent update. Nobody knows about it.
I mean, it's not a bad gun. It's just more expensive. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I'll be interested to see what Bit can do with it. He wasn't playing well in this last map. Maybe he's like, okay, time to change things up a little bit. Change the pace. Let me operate with some range here.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
I kind of hate it, but we'll see how it goes. There's a reason no one uses it, but yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe it's low-key OP.
I mean, it's happened in the past that a gun has just sort of gone overlooked.
I'm still waiting for the auto sniper to be a thing.
You've been saying this for a while.
I know. I've been saying it for about 10 years, but
okay.
I still think there's a conversation to be had about the auto sniper. Especially in CS2, you can pop open smokes and spam them.
Some of the wall bangs are back, like really big wall bangs.
When you shoot a smoke, it pops open, right? That gives you that little, it pierces through.
Yeah.
I feel like there is something there.
Just USPs, unfortunately, on the CT side, so they would have had an auto sniper here. It could have been different, but they don't. Nothing like that, in fact.
Okay, the Krieg gets a strike. First gun round coming up. Bits, would love to see what you've been cooking with this weapon. This is the first tournament he's been bought at. I don't think I'm exaggerating, in about 3 or 4 years or something.
It's really been a minute. Yeah, even the more eccentric players that sometimes will do it.
It was Alexi B that made a name for himself with the weapon back in Ents.
Well, there have always been these players that have gone outside of the range of normal buys. Alexi's one of Carrigan is another one that will sometimes, you know, pick up a random weapon every once in a while, but even he's not doing it. So, yeah, we will find out. He's still got it, and now the AWP is out on Sizzy, and that is definitely worth talking about. He was very impressive on Ancient.
Yeah, good stat line coming in from Vu, mentioning the wonderful doesn't normally perform on Dust2, and that really goes against the grain of what you expect for AWPers. It's commonly referred to as an AWPer's paradise. It's a deathmatch, puggy-style map where you can use your spawns, crack things open, you can defend the A site. You think that's where your AWPers will excel. We'll see what Sizzy can make of it. Dodges the flashbang. Not dissuaded from the angle just yet. He's got Wonderful on the other side of those double doors, and they're going to duel it out any second now. Not quite. Disengages and back towards B. Damn, look at it. It's beautiful. What a weapon.
I mean, we need to see him actually get it.
It did break CSGO for about a year, but...
It did.
And just when Nico decided to like, oh, you know what, I'm going to give it a go. That's when they nerfed it.
What's Bro doing? What is he doing? Yeah, you're right, though. There were legitimately players that almost sort of a gentleman's agreement said, I'm not going to use it. So good, I won't use it. But then eventually they had to try, and then it was too late. So... Here we go. Catwalk position, though. The bomb is still... It could go anywhere. This is the beauty of Dust2 at this point in time. You could go where you want, really, but it looks like they will try to double up with the bomb and the catwalk as well. 25 seconds. Oh, that's a weird jump. I hate to see that. Alexi trying to recover it, but Essential with a great spray down the creek here. There's only 15 seconds left. They can't really get onto the site.
Gets one.
It's all gone wrong.
Yep. Got a little bit strange, a little bit weird with the jump from Makazi. Solid hold towards the A site. It is going to be Bait answering back quite quickly. They certainly can keep up with the very best in terms of individual mechanics. Essential giving you a prime example. Beautiful spray down there from the Goose position. Pick gets one with the Creek. I don't think he buys it again. I know we've had some fun.
I doubt it as well.
But first tactical timeout. Blade. He knows the significance of winning this opening series. You do not want to be down in the lower bracket with a stacked tournament like this. If any more upsets occur, you could be crashing out in the second round.
Yeah, I think gone are the days when there are a lot of teams in these tournaments where you could say, oh, we'll probably run into like one of these, probably going to be fine, like in the lower bracket. You're back in CSGO, maybe you run into like an EG and you probably have like a more or less a default win. But I feel like even the tier 2 teams or whatever they are, like they 1.5 teams, they're so deadly, they're so lethal.
You'd be going down, loser of this will go on to play NRG. And sure, like you'd favor probably both of these teams in that outing, but they hit hard as well. With Grim coming in, they're looking like a solid team as well. That's no walk in the park. Yeah, Sonic looked fantastic. Grim was looking strong as well. That's not an easy game. You do not want to be in the lower bracket in such a stacked tournament, but that's neither here nor there. Indeed, Bit will go back to the AK-47. And we enter the next gun round here. After winning the pistol, Navi managed to answer back with 3 rounds in a row, but Bait are back to their winning ways. A convincing round from Essential, especially. He's got an AK to work with here. And it's going to be Makazi. Lots of space towards short. He's got a smoke to work with as well. Wonderful with the AWP towards upper B. It's Alexi B with the bomb on his back.
It is to you know, kind of, you know, give a bit of a perspective to the earlier game. NRG, they were so aggressive earlier in the day on this catwalk position, and it was very, very hard to play up against. I think it's one of the really cool things that we ended up seeing a lot more, and I hope that we get to see more out of this from both teams. Controlling this catwalk on the CT side, or at least stopping the Ts from being able to do what they're doing now, which is just taking it for free with no one even there to stop them, I think is a big mistake. See if Sizzy can make up for it here. Fortunately, he gets a bullet to the head instead.
That might be enough to win the round here. Definitely give it a look here, but the fact the bomb's gone down is such a clean opening kill. You need to take on Imma quickly here. He's going to try and stay alive as long as he possibly can. Deny access towards shore. That's his only objective right now. Stay alive and delay.
Yeah, and he's actually done a pretty good job. Again, valuable seconds that you've lost already. Throwing in some more utility, but I feel like it's very, very risky. They run into a grenade before they even get close here, and yeah, they're going to pull the plug on this one.
Like I said, give it a little look in, but he took so much nade damage en route. Lost another player. Call it a day. Hold on to the AK-47s in the hands of Kenzizor and Essential. And it's MPL with the M4. Not the end of the world, not ideal, but a beautiful shot there from Makazi. Clothesline on the A-bomb site. Finds Sizzy. It felt like the round was over with that one kill. That's more like it. Blade's happy with that. Tactical timeout from Bait.
so far back before you realize that it's an A attack. Like, it's so deep in there. Your first point of contact can't be Sizzy on long with an AWP. Like, somebody before then has to kind of realize what's going on. So I just think that's a bit of a mistake, but so far it's only cost them the 1 round. And I mean, to be honest as well, it took a while on Ancient even before Bates really tried to be even a little bit aggressive on the CT side, and they never did it on Mirage at all. They just don't feel like a team that want to be that forward on the CT side.
Plenty of Counter-Strike action to come your way today, ladies and gentlemen, at the Blast Open. We got Launders and Scrawny in the building. They'll be taking over for FaZe versus Aurora, and then Furia versus Tyloo. For me, though, FaZe Aurora, just to see where FaZe are at right now. Remember, they got no coach at this point. Neo's been removed. I think it's going to be a new look FaZe. They've got nothing to lose at this point. Pressure's off. I think they're going to come out swinging.
That is, I think that's a really good analysis. I like that idea. And it's, you got to remember as well, as soon as you start underestimating FaZe, that's when they're dangerous.
In we go towards B, Anders, and it's wide open. Round might already be open. Because unless you get one for the smoke now, I don't think you can justify going for it.
Oh, it's devastating, isn't it?
There's the one. Okay, the round's on.
That's really interesting.
Unless you get that kill, it's not worth it. But now you've actually got the man advantage. It's still advantage towards Na'Vi overall.
It is, but they have a lot of smokes.
Exactly, they can just keep smoking the door and funnel you through towards the window.
Yeah, even behind this one, there's another one even on Wonderful, so they can keep this up all day. You're gonna have to try and pulley your way through. Grenade goes in towards the tunnel. Now they're trying to Molotov their way onto the site itself. But Flashbang's pretty good. Essential's gonna get a kill, but Bit and Imma doing a little bit of work now. It's down to the 2v3. That bomb is not that far ticked at the moment. They can still do it, I think.
He's done it.
Flick comes out, wonderful. Oh my god. It's real nice.
Nice work.
Hit as well, yeah.
It all comes down to that initial kill through the smoke. As I mentioned, unless you get that, it's going to be such a difficult, nigh on impossible retake. The fact they get that man advantage, and the fact that Na'Vi had 2 players towards the tunnels as well. Would have loved them to have the manpower actually in the bomb site itself with those crossfires. They get overwhelmed, and it's a great recovery. This kill here, Makaza going down, enables that retake. Great shot from Kenzizor as well from the window position. Got that AK and using it to great effect.
I mean, this round is going to be a big point of compensation. How often do you get to rush the B bomb site and find nobody?
Wide open like that, yeah. And that's a frustrating one. But very well handled from Bates. Oh my god.
This is what Pimp wanted. This is exactly what he wanted, right? Let him loose.
What a peak that is.
Nobody was expecting that on the T side.
You're just like a deer in the headlights. You can't move. You've got a player on top of your head. You just... Damn. Well, very good read. Sizzy has impressed. Had a slow first map, but the second he showed us what he's made of, getting 30 kills. And now starting to pop off on Dust2. Man advantage, looking to tie things up at 4-4. It's Makazi. They're going to balance things out. Grenade down towards CD Spawn, but no one home. Mid presence shown. Bit will edge his way out. Mid to B smoke is down as well, but MPL is boosted. You check it, but do you check it thoroughly?
A Jack in the Box just popping up on top. Not great, is it? Very commonly in the past, that position will be Molotov all the time, but that boost has gone away a little bit. I guess it's returning now, just slightly into the meta, but starting to make a bit of a comeback. Imma's coming in from Upper Dark as well. There's still about 35 seconds left. They're trying to get onto the site here. 1 kill on Kenzizor from the window could do it. He's very exposed, and there we go. Makaze is able to get the job done. It's Essential next, and that's such a great way to get onto the bomb site. That's a 5 versus 3, now 3v3 and a bomb plant. That's great work from Na'Vi.
Yeah, advantage Na'Vi for sure. It's down to MPL to try and find the damage from the window. He's got Makaze to deal with on the other side. Burning away. Options limited now. They have the flashes, they have the incendiary for the back platform. They'll deploy that in. It does actually land effectively, and Alex will convert.
Oh, Makaze, though, comes very aggressive out of the window.
Nice work.
Gonna get the kill on Alex as well. That is, you know, we just had a big loss round there for Na'Vi that they should have won, rushing the B bomb site. This one, for Bates, as a 5-on-3, you probably should have won this one.
That's unfortunate, but great setup, this time inside the B bomb site. All started here, Alexi B. Nullified early, they didn't lose Bit as well. But it comes down to Makaze coming through that window. Gets himself a triple kill in the end. Excellent work from him, he's up to 11-5, it's more like it. From the MVP of Stockholm. Smoke down double doors, Molotov towards short. Smoke down on the corner of long as well. They're spamming through it. A desperate buy here, and the MP9 swinging through the smoke will find nothing. Makazi getting stronger and stronger here on Dust2. He'll open up things once again. You can see Anders, they are lacking utility on this CT side right now. Smoke down in the crossover. NAVI have got this round in the palm of their hands. It's up to them to give it away now. A, quite open, just a player towards short. They're going to try and reclaim territory elsewhere. Going to be pushing towards short, mid-double doors. Ambitious maneuver, but one that does yield a kill. But Imma, he gets the triple. Nice hat-trick from lower B. And that should be all she wrote. Kenzie Zor, he's had a great showing, but a bit too much to manage this time, I'm afraid. Makazi will take him down and shut down the economy of Bait as well.
I don't know, I did like the idea of retaking control towards middle. I think it's probably something like that you need to do.
Absolutely. That's one of the old classics of Dust2. Lose territory on one part of the map, you have to reclaim it elsewhere. Otherwise, you're going to get split on, and you'll lose everything. So, nice idea, but you can't really account for Imma hitting this sort of hat-trick. So clean with it as well.
That's a very, very good work. You love to see it. Makaze still playing well. Imma is up there. Still haven't seen that much out of Bit.
True, this has not been a great showing from this series, but Makazi, he's doing all the heavy lifting.
Oh.
Spots a player towards lower as well.
Easy comms, just going to be on it. Sizzy goes down, trying to make his way through. Maybe he does need Creek. Maybe he gave up on it too soon. Alexi going to get a couple there. There's got to be at least one Creek player still left in the world. Just one, at a high level. I can't think of one, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm struggling myself, but maybe that's what Blade is discussing right now.
Well, I don't even see the Orc purchase that much anymore.
No, that's definitely fallen out of fashion as well. It was like used like on CT side of Nuke quite a lot, like towards ramp and outside. But yeah.
The original Bet Boom lineup user, I famously said the Austin Major was going to be the Orc Major. It's horrifically wrong, but
didn't land that prediction.
I thought it was cooking really hard. I was like, I've seen enough games like this Bet Boom team, they're going to make it popular.
Didn't happen.
Didn't happen at all. Magno just betrayed me.
Yeah, it's fair enough.
It happens.
So, let's get back into it. NAVI starting to look quite dangerous here. Of course, it goes without saying they were the heavy favorites heading into this series. Bates always seem to be a dangerous team themselves, so back at Pro League, they managed to take a map off Spirit. They beat them on Mirage 13-3.
Yes.
Absolutely dumpster donk, but they didn't win the series, and that seems to be a common trend for them. They have one really good map, and then they fall off for the rest of the series, and we're feeling that right now. Dust2, yeah, they had a nice start. It was neck and neck, but now Makazi and co. full speed ahead. Makazi especially 16-5. What the hell is that?
I have absolutely no idea. That's outrageous. That's not meant to be the sort of professional structure sort of Counter-Strike. That really is just, you know, scrim Counter-Strike. I should run in there and shoot them in the head. Why not?
All right.
Senthiel goes down next, and Kansas all sneaky through the middle. Easy catch for Alexi. We need to see the replay of that one.
I didn't even see two players there.
No.
And we've got X-Ray on.
But not the same eyes, obviously, as Makazi.
Yeah, let's get the replay of that. That's unreal. This is the level this kid brings. From the academy roster to the tippity top of the main team.
Come on, then.
In the fire and flames. Oh, God.
Does he even see them? I wonder if that's...
Oh, no, not really. God. He jumped into it. Now he's here from that angle. It's really unlucky. Still a sick sequence. If you don't laugh, you'll cry, I suppose. Damn.
Yeah, I'd be crying.
Yeah.
I'm not laughing.
It's the final round of the first half. Not a very compelling one. We've got the Famous, the MP9, and a Scout. But these are the sort of rounds Bay win.
They need to win this one, though. Last of the half.
Here we go.
It's got to work out. Sizzy, it's a good start. Kansas will follow it up all right. They got some backup now. A 5-on-3, looking very decent. Bomb could be caught even on the catwalk. Yeah, look at this. Wonderful. Bomb on the ground all of a sudden. Makazi doing some good work here, but Alexi just need to stay alive. Maybe let Makazi get another couple of kills, and then Alexi could be activated afterwards. He's going to walk right into that shot. Kansas he was well aware that could be happening. All on Makazi. A 1 versus 4. Could it be done?
Go on.
Oh, okay, well, he's got the 1v3. That's a headshot. He's still got a minute left. If they lose this one,
they can definitely lose it.
It's an ace clutch to come into it. They absolutely could. We'll see how dangerous he's going to be. Grenade around the corner.
Touchdown.
A little bit closer. Smokers up on top. That might be risky. I was going to say, if he walks through it, that's too much, but he relocates. I don't think they heard the drop down. I don't think they heard it because they were spamming on the other side, but maybe they are aware. They're certainly thinking about it now. Down to sub 40 seconds, and they're going to be on him. They realize that he could be coming through. It's still a really good spray down. 30 seconds. He's hunting them. A 1 versus 4. How are they afraid of him? I have no idea. Down to 25 seconds, pushing into this, and it's such a crossfire. He can't make it out. Kenzasor will take him down to the first half still. Immaculate for NAVI.
Majors are not banana cups. If you ask a player would they rather win Cologne or a major, no one will ever say Cologne unless Cologne is a major, and that's because of the prestige. If the play is going to be iconic, you got to start in playoffs. The crowd on the crowd mics, the call has to be so good from the casters just to complement that play perfectly. Just the right amount of surprise and awe, and the reaction, just the raw reaction of the room. So I think it's just about the audience. For me, my favorite major final was the Astralis versus Virtus Pro. And this was right when Astralis had picked up Glaive. This was very interesting because Kerrigan was a much more revered IGL. But the one thing Glaive brought to that major and to Astralis was he solved their choking issue. He made a series of calls on that T-side comeback on Train, and it was a bunch of very aggressive confidence plays at a moment where if they lost the next round, they probably would have just lost the entire series and lost the major. And that was the first of the 4 majors that they won. At a major where there's the most pressure, Glaive was the best option. And I think that was a really key point for both Astralis and honestly Denmark as a whole. When you look at FaZe at Boston, one of the most iconic images was Nico blown up on the Jumbotron. As hard as that might be for him to think about or go back and watch, that's one of the things you remember the most. Stewie being the guy who was the player that made Cloud9 into a winning team and made Cloud9 into a team that was top 6 that year. So the best sort of NA team that we'd seen in forever. And then for him to have the clutch moment to bring the team to overtime, it's not about the skill anymore, it's about who's good under pressure, and Stewie was that for Cloud9. I think that one will be forever iconic for me. I would never want to have to go through what FaZe went through at Boston. But in terms of how much emotion came out of that, it's sort of irreplaceable as a moment in history.
Makazi enters his final form on the third and deciding map here of Dust2. He posts 21-7, leading Navi to an 8-4 scoreline. It felt like towards the end of that, Anders, the bait didn't even get a look in.
I was believing that he could win that 1 versus 4. That's how scary it was. They looked like they were trying to dodge him. Just please, no more Makaze, but he was terrifying. What a great display for him in the opening half here. It's 8-4 going into the second half now. Let's see if he can do even more. 21-7, my God.
Well, the Pistols have been very kind towards Bay, we'll say that. They've only dropped 1 so far in 3 maps.
True.
Let's see whether Imma and Wonderful can make light work of it, but it seems to be more of the same here. Something about these Pistols works out very well each and every time for Bates, and this one is no different.
And now we need to maybe work on that a little bit, but to their credit, I suppose, they're pretty good at making the comeback after losing the Pistols. So
they seem to win the second round force buy more often than not. It's exactly what happened in the first half.
Yeah, maybe they could do that again here. Essential going to get surprised Bit of a heart attack moment around the corner, looking for it. It's very unlikely you could do more than any, maybe a couple of looks in here. Alexi getting one more. They don't have a kit either, so it's just a very long road ahead. It's some pretty impressive headshots. Alex will get that one, and he will close the book on NAVI in that round, so that's good work.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll take that. Aggressive towards middle. Does not work out for NAVI. They've let them back in. Convincing pistol victory. Zero chance of retaking that one. It's MPL getting that double. Sentinel will join him as well. Alex to close things out. Bit of a love tap to his teammate. But it's all good. 8-5. Closing the gap already. But as we mentioned, 4-spy going to be very likely here. 5-7s and a scout for Wonderful.
I feel like the dream right now for Bait is to extend this game long enough that Essential and Sizzy can come back online, because they were amazing on that Ancient map, and they haven't really had a chance to do much of anything here. So just, keep the game going a bit longer, get some more rounds in, and then maybe some of those players could start to get activated. We'll see if NAVI can finish what they started here. They do have a good lead, but it's not a tremendous lead. You can definitely come back from this kind of a scoreline here, especially if they can't win this round, NAVI, which is looking very unlikely. It's just getting overwhelmed, already dinked up. Everybody's coming for him. He does have the 5-7, but yeah, 2 kills to his name so far.
It's not been a great series for Bits. And that's round over. Unfortunately, we'll have to save. Not much he could really do there. To be fair to him, alone with the 5-7, overwhelmed by utility. You were hoping for one, but he only gets 78 damage posted. It goes 2-9. So they'll have another go at it in the follow-up round. It won't be full eco. No real reason to hunt Anders. You'd only be sacrificing your weapons here, your rifles. Let them keep their 5-7s.
Do you think it's any kind of a trick as an individual to kind of get back on track when you're having this kind of a game? Like, what was your go-to back in the CGS days, Henry?
Buy a Krieg.
Buy a Krieg.
Yeah. That's
nice.
it. That's the only advice I've got for him. He's already tried that.
Didn't work, so he's lost. We've given up on him in that case. Never mind.
Well then. I'll say the scout, the pistols, but very convincing victory. Doesn't get much easier than that. One player waiting for them in the B bomb site. And there we have it. Uphill battle now. Not going to be the easy conversion they were looking for. Should be 3 in a row to kick off the second half. Navi's still the favored squad going into this third and final map. But we know Bait can hit hard. Their stars shine bright.
Oh,
yes. Another B play.
Yeah, but that's one of the things that makes them such a fun team to watch is you really can't underestimate them. They've proven it already in the series.
We're seeing Counter-Strike develop and evolve with more and more practice tools out there, demos available, and just better equipment. We're seeing teams like Foot, full of youngsters, average age of 19, hitting just as hard as any top 10 team in the world. Yeah. These guys are no different. Super young, super inexperienced, but the skill speaks for itself.
It does make it a lot more interesting. Just not knowing whether or not you're going to get sniped by a team that, yeah, you're right, like 5 years ago, it would have been different. We would have said, that's an easy prediction. We know who's going to roll in and claim some of the early wins here, but doesn't have to go that way at all. 2 rounds separating them. About a minute on the clock now. I was going to say they could have had a bit of mid-presence here, but how advanced is this going to be? We're going to be seeing smokes, maybe one in the window as well. Oh, they're going to try and go through. This is very risky. Right into the 5-7s. A couple of them on the other side.
Gotta go.
They're so lethal at range. You have to right now, but there's just so much on the other side. They've already lost 4 people. Leaves Sizzy 40 seconds. They're both out on the other side. He just goes straight for it. You've got to respect that.
They've both got to swing for this smoke if they're going to win this, Anders, and they make the right move there. If they wait and allow him to reset, they probably lose the round. So good call. A scary one to push for the smoke. If he has faked bomb, then maybe there's a chance he sprays you down, but they stick together, the scout to close things out, and it will be Alexi B to defuse the bomb comfortably. I feel like NAVI needed that. It felt like it was getting a little bit out of hand in the second half, but they maintain their lead and go 9-6.
Something to be said for the kind of execute like this one where all of your utility lands behind where the CTs are.
Right.
They just don't care about it. Like, you could have thrown 100 smokes there, and it just doesn't matter because they're just in front waiting. So a bit unfortunate, perhaps, but not for NAVI. They'll absolutely take it.
Yeah, choosing the tightest choke point on the map against those 5-7s. Always going to be a risk, and one that doesn't work out for them. Caught in the crossfire. Money's still okay. Bates will have the AWP and a couple of AKs. They won't have MPL, though. He's removed early. XCB will find him with that Galil scavenge from the previous round. And all of a sudden, they have the man advantage, looking for double digits on the board here. Third and final map. Still looking for Bit to arrive. If he can find some form here, it should be enough to close this one out. Makazi 22-9, Bit 2-10.
Yes, just anything at all right now would be very helpful. Imre Makaze here. It looked like the timing was very, very odd as he was jumping there, but they trade one for one.
Nice shot
out there. It's a very clean shot. Cuts the head off of Alex. And I think he realized that just as you said it's better to stay alive. Puts out a bit of an incendiary. Swings again for the kill, but this time Sizzy will take him down. They're both on 60 health here. Very uncomfortable. Essential. Good kill. Wonderful. Gets one. And now the hunt is on Sizzy. He's going to pick up an AK. Tries to see if he can navigate this corner. And he stops. But finally, one single kill. That's all you need.
It's the kill that gets the round over the line. We'll take it all day long. Extend their lead. Touching distance now of closing this series down.
I feel like that's got to be the mentality. That's especially when I'm watching new players that are in the tier 2 or in tier 3 space. I often look for those games when they really have a bad performance to try and see, do they have anything to get back in? Because you're never just going to have all good performances. So it is interesting as a player to see, like, obviously Bit, we know he's a tested player at this point, but I love to see him just do a couple of rounds here. It doesn't have to be spectacular. We don't need him to drop 20 kills, but have a couple of these rounds where you're the difference maker.
Worth noting, the winner of this series will go on to play Falcons. Wounded Falcons. With their wings clipped, Anders, no Kiyosuke.
Yeah.
They are still looking strong.
But with a more stern Sonic now.
True.
And I appreciate that. Seems to have worked so far.
Let's have a look.
Four rounds the difference.
Full eco. Not much to report, but on this one, it's going to be a couple of smokes. Is there even a P250? No, it's Glocks across the board, I'm afraid. Down towards lower. Best you can really hope for is a couple of kills. Ideally, you want Bit to pick these up, recover his game.
What is the technical term for a flock of Glocks? Is it like a gaggle of Glocks?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, my. And a ton of damage. As wonderful Makazi go to town. Just Kenzizor remaining, and this allows Navi to build up their resources. They get 32.50 per player by winning by virtue of kills, and everyone survives. So the money is going to be very strong. Looking like this one is going to be landing in their favor unless Bait turn it on right here, right now. They need to perform a miracle at this stage.
Yeah, we had a couple of moments in that first half. In one round where Sizzy was really fighting in them, and it looked like he was going to start to take off, but it never really materialized in the way that we wanted it. Maybe it could start here. He's got the AWP. They jump right past with that HE, though. Can't see a thing for the debris. And Imma, potentially dangerous. Yeah, he's going to have to back on out. They were taking that lower dark position. A bit anchoring that B-bomb site. I mean, maybe at what point, if you're Bait, you look at the scoreboard and say, let's just try and attack Bit then. If he's not going to get the kills, let's go. Hit him where they're weak. Maybe it's possible, but so far, it's a bit of a default setup. Controlling long, controlling upper dark, and surely going to be claiming catwalk. Yeah, you could see that's the next step in the default.
Yeah, going through the motions of Dust2. Your main objective. Push your CTs back from short. Wonderful. Will take a shot, but they're more than willing to keep pushing him back. It's going to be mid, their next objective here. They've actually got through pretty cleanly. A lot of prime real estate under their remit.
This is one Makazi misstep away from being a very bad spot, and there we go. Kenzizor gets easy entry. Bit here hasn't had a chance to reload. Essential will take him down. Wonderful. That's through the smoke as well. Don't really know how, but I don't think it matters that much. Bomb's going to be planted here. They have some money still on the Navi side, but that AWP is so expensive to throw away.
You could get a double orb here. Yeah, just like that. Not fancying it, though.
Okay.
Or just getting it away from them. That's pretty smart. Means they won't be able to buy an orb going forward.
Yeah.
Win by explosion, $3,500. You can see
that's
they're cash at the bottom. So yeah, they won't be able to buy the orb. So sure, you're not going to win the round. And they have got both orbs in their grasp right now. And Dust2, double orb setup is super viable. And you can see them hunting for that orb right now, but
yeah,
Alexibi's done well to juggle it out of contention.
I mean, sometimes those, oh, they even die.
That's quite significant, actually, because as I mentioned, you get 3,500 each, and you've just lost 2 players. So you will not have a full buy going into that next round. That's kind of strange. They let 2 players go down with a blast. Like, CS2 is a bit weird with the explosions. Like, it should be a set radius on every map, in my opinion, but, like, they keep toying with it. Dust2, it's a little bit weird now. Some maps you can, like, sit in the pit on Inferno and not get blown up. Sometimes you get blown up across the map. It feels weird that they lost 2 players there. That's actually significant. Now they've got a scout and 2 Galils, Anders, at breakpoint. That's terrible outcome for them.
You really hate to see it.
Like, that might cost them the game right here and right now.
Are they going to be able to do anything here? Nice grenade. Ooh, it looked like it was going to go deeper, but it doesn't. I thought they were about to get blown up. Dodged the damage at the start of the round at the very least. Looks like they'll be going through more of a default once again. Unlike previous times where it was a little bit more short focus, this time it looks like they are ready to go into upper dark. And again, if I'm looking at Bit and the kind of game that he's had here on Dust2, I'd be very, very tempted to try and put the pressure on. If they can put some pressure on B for even a couple of rounds, it will probably force NAVI to commit another player closer to this. So it might be worth it. They also know that second AWP is in place, so maybe they just feel like, well, Bit, how good of an AWPer is he really going to be? Turns out, maybe not that good. Immer is there to rescue him. That is heroic, but he's going to get another crack at it this time. It does connect.
And that should be it, because they got no space from that, and the bomb goes down as well. Smoke dissipating. Bit not looking comfortable per se, but Immer certainly is. And he closes things out. Double kill for Bit. And that should be it. That round previous, yeah, they won it, but everyone going down with the blast, I think that's cost them the game. They didn't have enough firepower there. They won't have the money going forward.
You might be right.
Yeah, that is the difference maker right there.
It's tragic as well, because you were just explaining how losing the AWP might be a problem.
Yeah, right.
They lost the AWP and then 2 more rifles.
Yep. I think that's cost them everything.
Oh.
NAVI, though, haven't been great at closing out these games today. There's always a chance you lose to the pistols here. It's unlikely with 1 Galil and 4 pistols, but never say never. Difficult to find round number 13.
Got to say, great news for NAVI fans who were excited in Stockholm watching Makazi play the way that he did. And it's slow start today, but much better recovery. He's been wild on the last 2 maps. Want to see more out of him like this. 25 and 11. I think 21 kills in the first half, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, more of this. Early smoke here for the...
Just got to make your call and go with it. Can't be faking here. Can't be prodding around the map. Just going to have to hope for the best. Brute force your way into the bomb site. Makazi to defend.
They know if they kill Makazi, then Bit's alone with the AWP in here, so there might be a chance. It's going to be a good spray to begin with.
Here he comes.
Oh, he's got the AK back. They're not loving that, are they? NPL, he will take him down. Holding the middle is Sizzy, but surely they're going to come through. They've already legged him, and there's the follow-up kill.
There's a chance.
Not yet. There is a chance, especially because Immer is already low on health here. He didn't plant the bomb just yet. He wanted to see if he could fake it out, maybe get a bit of a fight here, but now he himself is down to 12. He got tagged, and now he's dead, and NAVI will claim the victory. It took all 3 maps, but they did get the job done, Henry.
They certainly did. It would have been an uphill battle. We had a couple of players MIA, but overall they get the result. The champagne hangover does not prevail, and it is NAVI winning their opening game here. They'll go on to play the Falcons as well, and bear in mind